Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the US. Oh.
Behind the head. To Brazil for having the character to throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Cesaro.
If jabbed by Wilder now, thus far Stavern hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting, and Stavern goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Stavern down for the second time. There's hammering here in round one. He is Ragnar-rocking Stavern!
He's out cold.
B3 Picks TV, we back again. Man, y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely building, right? We building our support system. Hold on, let me hit the I know I'm a little late today, my bad. We moving around. We were. Let me let everybody know. Y'all tap the like, follow the channel, help the channel grow. Let me get my color schemes right. Hold on real quick, y'all. But what's going on, man? God bless y'all. Appreciate everybody that's gonna come in. Y'all hit the like, hit the follow, help the channel grow. Let me throw up the ticker, man. Bless the Cash App if you can, you know. We building our community, we building up our support system. We building up, you know, people that's connected with us that's definitely tapping in and sewing into the show. Shout out to Big Tim Late and the family, and also my brother Carrier. Blessing the Cash App. Like, that stuff is big, man. That means a lot. When you sow a seed into somebody else's life, that's big. Don't take that for granted, right? That's valuable. What's going on, Vay? How you feeling, Vay? Make sure y'all tapped in and locked in with Vay. Has a great channel, always showing a lot of love and support. So I definitely appreciate Vay. Um, we building. We building. We building up our network. We building up our support system. I'm about to move around here in a quick little second, but the audio was giving us a lot of issues yesterday for whatever reason. Oh, you feeling better, Vay? That's good. Yeah, Vay wasn't feeling well, so just send her well wishes. Hopefully she gets better real soon. Yeah, hopefully she gets better real soon. Yeah, because you gotta take care of yourself first. It's a lot of inclement weather. It's a lot going on, so you gotta prioritize your health first and foremost over anything. Because if you don't do it, nobody gonna do it. So definitely. Now, but yeah, we've been putting a lot of work in, and unfortunately, it's bad weather, it's inclement weather right now. So I don't know how my week is gonna go. Now my birthday is January 29th, so I'm getting ready for that. But still, we uh we got snow on the ground, and we expecting more snow. So we kind of got to see how everything plays out this week. For the rest of the week, I know in Richmond the roads are pretty clear. Some of the side streets may still have a little ice on them, but most of the main roads are still clear. So that's a good thing. That way we can kind of still get around what we need to get around. I was able to move around a little bit earlier today, so that was good. So I'm kind of just taking it one step at a time, being safe, being smart about what I'm doing, and that's what we all got to do, you know. Be accountable for ourselves and be accountable for others around us. Now, to get into boxing, right? Let's get to boxing. Now, listen, it's fight week, baby. It's fight week. We have Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is going to be defending his lineal crown at 140 pounds versus Shakur Stevenson. This is like the fifth king versus one of the four kings. This is one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. That they can pretty much be made right now, Teofimo versus Shakur. Two perennial pound for pound guys, dudes that have moved through divisions, been unified, and excuse me. Well, Teofimo is definitely unified, and Shakur is definitely unified. So, both former unified champions, both former lineal champions. Teo currently being a lineal at 140 pounds. So, it's a lot at stake in this matchup. It's a lot at stake. It's a lot of people that's have interest in this fight. I believe the ticket sales is going well, even though they still promoting the tickets. I believe the ticket sales are still going well. So I'm gonna verify that. Big Illy, appreciate you pulling up, Illy. Make sure y'all tapped in with the illest. My brother BVO just pulled up too. What's happening, BVO? Tapping my brother BVO. We definitely building. Yeah. Chetty in the building. Good morning, coach. Let's get an audio check. How you feeling this morning?
Oh man, fantastic, brother. Check. I'm
Or
good.
this afternoon? Yeah, you definitely coming through clear. Let me kick it right to you, coach. When you look at this fight, Teofimo versus Shakur, are you expecting Teo to pull out one of those performances like he did against Loma or Josh Taylor?
I believe we're gonna get the best version of both guys, man. I think we're gonna get the best version of T.O. They're gonna get the best version of Shakur, because this usually what happens, man. When you got two great fighters getting ready to lace up, fight each other, you know you got to bring your A game. There's no chance, no stone left unturned. You can't be caught slipping. You can't be like I'm unmotivated. Sometimes that happens. We've seen fighters, great fighters, pound for pound fighters, when they fight a guy who is quote unquote, they don't get up for. And it happens, man. You know, that you kind of overlook, or you're going through the motion, or the fight really doesn't mean a whole lot. So you just kind of there going through the motion. And you'll see a guy look mediocre. For me, from Teofimo Lopez, we've seen Dimitri Bivol look mediocre against quote unquote lesser opposition. You know, when you fight a lesser opposition, that guy's going to do his best, because he know that fight can change his life. Even in a loss, that fight can give him a bigger platform, lead to bigger paydays. So you're going to get a highly motivated guy. So I think both of these guys, it's a lot at stake on this fight right here. You know, T.O. I think he already suffered a loss, if I remember correctly. Suffered a loss to George Kambosos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, suffered a loss to George Kambosos. I think at that particular time, shout out to George Kambosos. You know, he's a good fighter, but he was great on that night. And I think that T.O. probably was overlooking this guy. And it happens in boxing. It happens all the time. You overlook a guy. You think everything gonna be business as usual. Everything's gonna go to script. And then when it doesn't, you find yourself in a dogfight. So I think T.O. probably has learned more on the job than Shakur, because Shakur has always had tremendous success. So with T.O., he's had hiccups. He had bumps in the roads. He had loss. He had times where he probably should have got a loss, but he got a gift. So he had to go back to the drawing board more than Shakur, because Shakur been hitting on all cylinders, since he came out the gate. Never had a hiccup, never had a loss, never been dropped, never been, hurt. Everything, he been pretty much dominant, his whole career. Now he can continue that also. He can continue to be dominant on Saturday, no doubt. But I think this is going to be a highly contested match, man, between both gentlemen, both guys. It's a lot on the line, man. All eyes will be on this fight right here, man. And I think it's got all the makings of a classic. I think these guys are going to have to fight. I think both men are going to have to fight. I don't believe that T.O. will allow Shakur to box to a clean, clear-cut decision. I think he'll make it rough. I think he'll try to fight. This is going to be a matchup, man. This could be something on the lines of maybe a Ray Leonard Duran type of matchup. You never know.
Let me just say this real quick. Shawala, y'all appreciate you pulling up, showing so much love. Make sure y'all tapped in with Yes Indeed Boxing. Our brother Curtis Robinson is in the building, and also our brother Bruce Gas. We appreciate y'all for the support. We definitely working. We building. Now, Coach, who you leaning with in this matchup? Gearing up. It's fight week now. The fight on this Saturday. Who are you leaning towards picking to win this fight between Tio and Shakur?
To be honest, man, I really don't know who's gonna win this fight. Yeah, to me, this is a true 50-50 fight. Reason to me, Shakur has more question marks than Tio. Tio's answered a lot of his questions. Now he may have got some of those answers wrong, but at least he answered them. Shakur, like I say, he's been hitting on all cylinders, man. He's undefeated. He's unscathed. So it's still a question mark. What happens? You know, it's always that what if. This is boxing, man. Anything can happen, man. What if Shakur gets hurt? What if Shakur gets dropped? See, Tio already answered that question. He already been dropped. He already been hurt. He already lost. So those questions already been answered.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coach. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. Do you believe that Tio's experience is going to be the difference in this fight? More than likely.
Yeah, it's man. This is a hard man. This is a close fight. It's hard for me to call. It's gonna be yes. This experience is gonna play a part. But like I say, Shakur has been flawless, man, in his victories, man. See, you see what I'm saying? Now I remember another gentleman named Mayweather. He was very flawless in this victory, but he did have some tough outs. He did have some tough opposition he had to go through. Shakur hasn't had that yet. He hasn't. He hadn't had that level of opposition to go through. He hadn't fought a Zaz
Yeah.
Jr. He hasn't fought a Miguel Cotto. He hadn't fought a Chop Corley. He hasn't fought a Diego Corrales. He hasn't fought a Sean Bay Mitchell. He hasn't fought those type of guys. He really hasn't, man. I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. Shakur is a great fighter, and he can continue to prove that he is a great fighter if he goes out there and the clear winner, no controversy, and goes out here and dominates T.O. or beats him in a convincing fashion. That's just going to add more to his repertoire. It's going to add more to his legend, and it's just going to bolster his profile. I think this right now on paper, this is the toughest fight of his career on paper. He's moving up to a new weight class. And his first time out, he's not getting a warm up. He's not getting a tune up. He's getting another good fighter. He ain't going in testing the waters. He jumped right into the deep end. A guy, T.O.'s been there for a while. He's got comfortable at 140. He's fighting a guy that's got talent, but T.O. does have mental lapses. That's why the thumbnail said which one shows up. He's got talent. He's got athleticism. He's got speed. He's got power. He's got ability. He checks a lot more. He checks a lot more boxes than Shakur. If you just want to go straight down the list, just keep it a generic list. Speed, power, resume, experience, size. T.O. checking more boxes, but that doesn't mean that he's going to win the fight. Shakur, he definitely got the defense, definitely got the ring IQ. And he checking boxes in his category. That's why this fight is a good fight. I think T.O. is going to make Shakur fight. He's going to make Shakur get out of his comfort zone. See, like Williams Zepeda, he did it to an extent, but everybody just kind of wrote it off as Shakur let him do that. I don't believe that was the case. You don't just let somebody hit on you. You just don't fight a certain way. Tomorrow, I fought this certain way. I guess, yeah, he could have took off and he could have ran if he wanted to, or moved around a lot. So yeah, maybe he did allow him to get those shots off by fighting a certain way, by sitting in the pocket. You know what I'm saying, and banging with the guy, man. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm intrigued, brother.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Coach. I think it's gonna be a phenomenal fight. Everybody in here, make sure y'all tap the like button. Help the channel grow. We building. Now, Coach, I gotta ask you this, right? Do you feel like Now let's go over this card, right? This is a good card. It's a phenomenal card. Big Baby Miller, Jarrell Miller's on this card. Do you believe Jarrell Miller can compete for world titles? Do you think he can beat a Fabio Warley? Or do you feel like his time has passed him?
Nah, man, I don't think so, man. I think I mean he's a big guy, man. He's a durable guy. You know, takes a good shot, throws punches. But he's kind of on that older regime. You know what I mean? Right now we're going through a regime change in heavyweight division, and we're seeing these older guys. You know, they kind of on their way out. So yeah, he's durable, but I don't think he beats Fabio Warley, to be honest, man. I think he got a better chance of beating some of these guys in the old regime. Like I like to see him and Wilder get it on. I like to see him and maybe Dillian White or Derek Chisora. I wouldn't even mind seeing the AJ fight at this particular time because they got a little bit of backstory too. So he's part of the old guard, man. He's part of the old guard.
Yeah, he is. Now with this Wilder Chisora matchup, just I know I'm pivoting real quick, but I want to stay heavyweights. Do you believe Jarrell Miller is at that level, or do you believe he can compete at a higher tier, or do you feel like he's right there with Wilder, right there with Chisora?
Yeah, he's right there on that level. He may even be a cut above those guys. For the simple fact that Chisora, he's been in a lot of fights, man. This dude got over 50 bouts, man. 13, 14 losses. But he comes to fight. You're gonna get a good scrap out of him. Win, lose, or draw. He gonna show up, he gonna throw hands. You know what I'm saying? We seen this man dog tired, still, throwing bones, man. The dude look like he tired from walking to the ring, but he fights the whole fight tired. And he makes it somehow. He makes it entertaining too. So Derek Chisora, he's always gonna be a fan-friendly guy. Plus, he's over there in England, so he gets a lot of love, man. Wilder on the other, I think Wilder out of the old regime, I think he's the most washed. And I hate to say that, but he seemed like the guy who probably took the most damage, or maybe the damage affected him the most. Maybe didn't take the most damage, but he got affected the most by the damage that he took. I think he's the oldest guy out of the old regime also. I think he's 40. So he's older than Fury. He's older than AJ. I think those guys are like 36, 37. So he got a few years older than those guys. He got a lot of fights. And I think, like I say, the way Wilder's style was a more explosive, athletic style. And now that it's explosiveness and it's athletic prowess has diminished. He's not the same fighter. He's not able to fall back on those fundamentals like some of those other guys can fall back on that can carry the day. Like and a lot over there, he can't take a punch. He gets hurt very easy now. If you hit him, his legs go. I think that's because of the damage that he took in those 3 Fury fights. I think it makes, if anybody touches him, like Derek Chisora, if he touches that Wilder, the type of punches that Derek throws, those are the same type of punches that hurt Wilder, because Wilder gets hurt by overhands and inside shots.
Crush, what's going on? Appreciate you pulling up, Crush. Listen, the link is in the chat. Anybody want to pull up and cook with me and Coach? We definitely building in here. Shout out to the legend. Now, so now, Coach, before we move on, who you picking in that Wilder Chisora? I know we a few months out. Where you leaning on that? And then we gonna pivot. I got a few other fights I want to ask you about.
Yo, man, my heart is with Wilder, man, but my mind is telling me Derek's gonna do it, man. Just because of the way Derek fights, he's got that old George Foreman, cross arm defense, man. And all that, he's a tough guy, man. Derek Chisora, he's a durable guy. He's really durable. You really go back and look at his fights, the dude can take a shot, man. And like I say, the way he keeps his head down, cross arm defense, steadily coming forward, mauling type of style. He's got an ugly style. He's throwing overhands and hooks. That's Wilder's kryptonite right there. Overhands. Coming from a shorter guy. And that right hand, it's not gonna land clean enough on Derek Chisora to do enough damage. And even if it did land clean, I don't think it would hurt him, because Wilder, Wilder's not a really heavy-handed guy. He mostly knocked these guys out off the speed of the knockout and the unexpectedness. You know, the guys didn't see it coming. It came at such lightning speed that when they hit them, it was like they got struck by lightning. You know what I'm saying? And it took them out.
Right.
You know, guys like AJ, he's more of a punishing, heavy-handed type of guy. Like even if you do see the punch coming, you're still going to get hurt by it because it's got a lot of weight behind it. See, Wilder don't have a lot of weight behind his shot, so he relied on his speed, and he relied on his speed to generate the power and the leverage that he generated. You know, just the speed, the leverage. That's what he relies on. Guys like AJ, he relies on his strength and his weight and his brute force to generate that power. Like I said, you can see the shot coming. He'll still get you out of there. You know, you can brace for it. He'll still get you out of there. But Wilder, if you brace for his shot, you good. It ain't gonna get you out of there. Wilder was real good at pinpointing you too. He'll hit you right on the chin or he'll hit you on the temple. You know, he'll discombobulate you, man. But if you notice those highlight knockouts that he had, it was the speed of those punches, man. The speeds came out of nowhere. Bang, hit those guys. And they were like, dang, where'd that come from?
Yeah, I seen the Dominique Brazil one.
Yeah, it's like struck by lightning, man. It wasn't so much that it was a heavy shot. It just came with so much speed and power and leverage. And dude didn't see it, and it turned his lights out, man.
1000%, Coach. Let me bring in Shower. Shower, how you feeling this morning? Hope all is well.
I'm good. How are you all doing?
So trying to stay warm.
I know that's right.
It's still cold. We still got ice on the ground, but the main roads is clear, which is good. Let me ask you this. Let me bring you in like this, Shower.
Hey, Coach.
I was
Sorry.
now you good. Now let's stay. I'm gonna stay on task. I'm gonna stay on topic because you coming in. This Teo Shakur matchup. What Teo you expecting to show up against Shakur?
Actually, I expect the Teo that fought Loma to show up. I expect him to be focused. And Josh, and you know, that Josh Taylor fight, we really didn't expect him to because the familial issues he was having at the time, but he came in actually focused and on point. I expect him to this time because he should have a coach in his corner outside his father this time. From what I'm hearing. So I expect him
Coach,
to come
you
in.
know the coach you're using, right? Isn't it Stanley McKinley? McKinley?
It's Stacy, yeah.
Stacy, yeah, Miss Stacy McKinley.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly. We're gonna see if that happens.
Right. I haven't seen like any video with them together. I would love to, you know what I'm saying, doing work in the gym or at least him being ringside.
I ain't seen no footage of him training for this camp. How about you? Well, except for with Freddie Roach.
I'm gonna look. Okay, he has some stuff with Freddie. Do you know how many months back that was? Let me verify. I'm gonna pull it up now to see if yeah, because that seemed like that was a few
last
months
month?
ago.
I want to say it was last month
In
that
December.
I saw it, but then I'm curious. You know, sometimes we see footage and it necessarily isn't for the fight we're about to see. It could just be some footage somebody throws out there. So
Great point.
I'm curious myself. I mean, the Stacy news I heard from True School Sports because he talks to Stacy McKinley, and Stacy said himself that he's working with him for this fight. And when I asked him specifically, he said, "Yeah, he's supposed to be in the corner." So, but you never know between then and the fight night what can occur. But there's like old footage of Teo and Stacy when Teo was a teen and was working with him.
Yeah, that's good news.
It's good in the sense that it's gonna make the fight more exciting for sure. It's good in the sense that it's gonna make. You see something?
I'm definitely in full agreement. Now I had to turn the volume off on my my TV so it didn't bleed through. Let me try to see if I can find Teofimo Lopez training. Oh, they don't understand that. Hold on, I gotta say his name a different way.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez Jr.
Did you say Falume?
What did Turkey is hilarious every time he tries to say Tio name. He should just say Tio. He always says Teofimo. He's
Yeah, Teofimo. I was about to say, I've been calling that boy Teofimo.
Shout out to
Well,
T.
people saying Teofimo. I don't call him that, but
But it's actually a wrong. It's actually I feel like we're pronouncing it wrong. It's not Teofimo. It's like it's something else. I don't know it exactly, but I know what Juan. If Juan pull up, Juan to know.
so it's not. It doesn't sound the way it looks.
Because we just reading like an English version.
Well, shoot, he
But
don't ever correct anybody. You know, the announcers pronounce it that way. So hey, you can't call my correct name that was given to me. You can't say that wrong without me saying, hey. Just saying.
I'm right. Now let me ask you this: we got to pivot really quick.
Yep.
Um, what you think about the Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney? Now let's start with Keyshawn versus Jermaine. He's fighting Jermaine Ortiz this week.
Yep.
And do you believe he's going to put on a performance that will dictate him moving up to 47, fighting the Devin if he calls for that fight?
He's gonna have to because I know he's running around talking about knocking out Jermaine, but Jermaine is not a punk. Jermaine is a tough fight. I know somebody got on here last week saying that who was that one saying that Jermaine ain't that, but he ain't knocking that boy out. He's definitely gonna have to show up, and I think he's gonna win. I think he could outbox him for sure, but he gonna have to style on Jermaine because Jermaine can fight, and Jermaine can fight in different styles. I don't know about adjusting. I really gotta watch some tape, before the fight comes down to see if he adjusts on the fly. But Jermaine can fight, and I ain't seen nobody put him down.
What's good, TD? Appreciate you pulling up, showing love. Make sure y'all tapped in with TD from the Bronx. That's our guy. That's my dog right there. Always showing up, always supporting. We definitely building, right? Now,
That's up to you too, Big Illy. Yeah, there we go.
yeah, building community. That's what we about. And now this is gonna be a good fight weekend. Let's pivot real quick, Shower. What are you expecting out of the Bruce Shushu Carrington versus Carlos Castro? That's gonna be for the full 126 WBC title.
Okay, look, I ain't gonna lie. And TD, don't you come for me. I think he knows I'm not the biggest. I think Shushu is an excellent boxer. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like he got no pop. And he's got knockouts and everything, but it's just I'm still waiting around to see something like spectacular, I think, from Shushu. Castro is not a bad boxer himself. I think it's gonna because I even feel like Bruce struggled a little bit with Sagawa, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want nobody coming for me. I don't know. I don't know. I think Shushu wins that, but I'm not impressed with Shushu, dude. I'm just not. And he's a nice person and everything. Very intelligent, very informed about boxing. You know what I mean? And boxing history. I know he studies. I don't know. I ain't no Shushu fan like that, man.
You don't believe his talent set is setting himself apart right now. Based on
It
what you
depends
see in
on
the
who he's
ring.
fighting, right? But he's still maybe because he's so small too. I feel bad.
But see, he didn't look small when he was in the ring the other day when who was he standing next to? Andy Cruz. But Andy Cruz is pretty small too. But that's what I'm saying. Andy Cruz fight at 135. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing him and Bruce look pretty much like the same size, but Bruce might be a little bigger than him, which is crazy.
Who was that? Who was that?
Andy Cruz and Bruce Carrington.
And
Oh,
Andy
Bruce
looked,
Carrington. Yeah.
yeah. Andy looked kind of small to me, definitely compared to Raymond. Once I
Oh, for
really looked
sure.
at that fight again, I was like, "Ee," you
I
know.
was watching and I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the back, man. Raymond got that big
yes,
wide
that
back.
wide back. You're right. That's
Yeah,
exactly what it was across the shoulders. Show it.
uh,
But yeah, but a
Andy
lot of these
Cruz,
pro
he's kind
boxers
of
are real
wide.
short, respectfully.
Yeah, he's a wiry guy. He's kind of thin, wiry guy. Like Keyshawn is kind of wiry too, but
Right.
Keyshawn actually can put on a lot of muscle because Keyshawn has a big frame. His bone structure is
But
big.
Keyshawn only like 5'7".
Keyshawn definitely seems like he has the wider across the shoulders too than Andy a little bit. You know what I mean? And the down the rib cage and stuff. Keyshawn can definitely put on some muscle. So I don't know.
Just like
Listen,
Bud.
let me go ahead and
Bud's
put
not
this.
that tall, but Bud carries weight. Bud evenly distributed. His weight is.
Yeah, Bud he got some good genetics, man. Just the fact that how he used to cut down and he was never looking all. I've seen him look drained as far as like gaunt in the face, but never sickly. And then for him to be able to move up, he just got good genes that adapt. Where some people, they struggle cutting. Some people don't look good when they put the weight on. But Carlos Castro can punch, so I don't know.
Let
We
me
gonna
say
see what
this.
happens.
Let me say this real quick, shower man. Shout out to
Ooh,
Big Dre pulling up. Appreciate you, Big Drop Dre. Do I have it? I think I should have a drop on here. Hold on, let me see if I got it for the fights this weekend. Pro Box back. I
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good fight weekend, man. This fight weekend gonna be better than last fight weekend.
don't see it up here right now, but shout out to Dre. Yeah, the Pro Box card on Friday is gonna be at Maryland Live Casino.
Yeah, we good,
So
man. We good
yeah,
for the
we got a whole
boxing.
lit situation. And listen, another thing, my birthday is this Thursday. Uh, if you have it in your heart, bless the Cash App. Show me some love. We've been putting in some work, day in and day out, grinding, and I appreciate all the love and support through viewership. But definitely, the Cash App is open. Let's build. Um,
right.
listen, they say have not, cause you ask not.
Yeah, I need to
So
learn to start doing that, but I don't.
yeah.
But blessed early soul day to you. I don't celebrate them things, but I recognize greatness.
Yeah, well, I mean, people like when this is my first year, full year back on social media. I was
Mhm.
off social media 10, 11 years. So this is like the first birthday I'm gonna be on social media. It's like when you talk to people every day, it's kind of hard to not divulge information. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if uh if it's an opportunity where people can feel comfortable blessing you, so be it. I take that.
Next.
You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? Some people not. Some people gonna hear and say, "Okay, yeah, let me send you $10." Somebody might say, "Let me send you $100." You know, you never know. But I need it, so I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah, 'cause-
needing and ain't been asking, but
oh yeah,
that pride thing is a mother sucker, ain't it? Ah,
it's the weather, Big Dre. I know. Listen, I wanted to treat myself for my birthday because I actually had to go to Maryland. I was planning to go to Maryland. My childhood best friend, he got a new place out in Maryland, and he wanted me to come visit. We're gonna watch the fights, the Shakur card. So I was gonna go to Maryland Live Casino on Friday, but the weather is so it's supposed to snow again, and I'm not sure I'm gonna make the trip at all. But
mm,
if it all were, and of course my birthday is Thursday. I do have court on Thursday because
Dang.
for registration, yeah, for my registration was an expiration, coach. So
right.
he pulled me over. He was like he didn't want to have to do it, but you
No,
know,
then don't do it, then sucker.
right.
Tell me, get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like
he
one
could have
he
turned a
was a
blind
good.
eye to it.
Yeah, let me slide. Just go.
But see, the funny thing is, these guys, he was like an older guy. He was probably like 55, 56 or something. And a lot of times, and I'm about to turn 33. Now, he was like, he was kind of looking at me like I was his son, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I got a son your age, and you know what I'm saying? And he was like, so I understand, whoop de whoop, whoop de whoop. So I was like, okay, cool. He was like, now he's like, now if it was one of my younger guys, they would have did this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. But all in all, from that experience, he was a good guy. He was definitely a good guy. Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a show summons. So based on what he said, when I go to court, the judge is gonna waive it because I got my registration in order.
Yeah.
It's active. So he's saying it's just gonna be, I just need to show that, and then pretty much it'll be thrown out. Now I went to the magistrate last week just to see if I could, get taken care of it and not have to go to court. And she said only the judge could pretty much dismiss it. I could pay in advance. And I'm like, why would I pay you in advance? The judge gonna dismiss it. So then she was like, he can make you pay court costs. So we'll see. Cause then it would be like, then I'm gonna be mad at the police officer, right?
No, I expect you to pay
You know
court
what?
costs.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna give you a nugget of B3.
Yeah.
Come from somebody that's a little bit older, not much older, but I'm 15 years older. You're 48. Yeah, being held accountable, self accountability.
So
It's
I
your
should have just
fault.
went ahead and paid that fine
No,
and don't
no,
see that judge.
your registration that falls solely on your shoulders, man. It's nobody. That's your fault.
He
And
said, here, take this too.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Oh
like
no,
it be
that's no,
like,
no, 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 no. That I'm not wearing any blame, but
yeah,
the thing is, but the whole premise is that the cop made it seem to believe he was still looking out for me, and that as
right,
long as I showed
No.
my
nah,
registration was in order, everything was gonna get dismissed.
yeah, I understand that, and
Look,
So
like I
we'll
said,
see.
my husband was a former officer. He said cops is never looking out for you. And
yeah, that's
with
why you
that,
gotta look out. That's why you gotta look out for yourself. Make
yeah.
sure all your business is in order. Make sure your registration is good.
And
Make
if
sure
you
your
get a
license is
ticket,
good. Make sure your insurance is good. Don't give them no opportunity. That's why I say it all. At the end of the day, the reason why B3 is going into court is because of B3.
if you
Yeah,
get a ticket too,
That's it.
if
Nobody
that's a
else.
fact.
you can pay
You
it
know.
That's a
online,
fact.
Yeah,
pay it online. Because otherwise, even if they dismiss it, you likely will still pay court costs. So if you get a ticket, you can pay it online. Just do that.
Well, I'm
Because
gonna see it through. I'm gonna see it through now. I mean, it's just 2 days away,
yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
we'll
But
see it. So
going
we'll see
forward,
it through. He might give me. He probably showed me some leniency on my birthday. Just dismiss it. I get no court
yeah. He
costs.
probably
So
look out for you.
I'll let y'all know.
you
He
gonna get
probably look
some.
out for you, man.
If you do,
Yeah, we'll see. The court costs. I mean, he gonna want $150 or $180 for his time. I like that's kind of criminal, you know.
Oh, court
But
costs went up like that. It used to be like $75, man.
shit,
yeah, just pay tickets online if y'all
I
can.
wish.
Hey,
Don't.
I'm gonna tell you one time. Check this out. I went and I got my car booted. Right, I was working
Dang.
downtown Atlanta, and I was like, man, I'm tired of paying the parking fees. So I just kind of skipped out on the parking fee. Right. Well,
Mhm.
it's like one of the machine where you just take your money, stuff your money in the machine, and guy come around and check it. Long story short, I haven't got my car towed. Man, I towed my car, right? So I went down to Trinity Avenue, right? And while I was in there paying the ticket, I came out, they towed my car again, man, because I had parked illegally, man. So I was in there paying a parking ticket, came back, my car was gone. Or I had a boot on it. One of the two. Either way, it was an all-day affair. I had to go to the tow yard to get my car. I'm like, man, this got to be crazy. I'm here trying to pay a ticket to come out, and my car is gone. The tow truck got me, man. You know what I'm saying? But it all stemmed from me trying to skip out on the parking fee to begin with. I should have went ahead and paid the little $5, $8 parking fee, and it
Yeah.
wound up costing me like $300. Trying to skip out on $8.
Yeah.
You know?
Do y'all
Yeah.
have do y'all have property tax on your vehicle in Georgia?
Oh yeah. We got
Yeah.
ad valorem tax, but we don't have no property tax on the vehicle.
Yeah, we have to pay well in Chesterfield County. But in Berlin we have property tax, so you have to pay
That's crazy.
yearly for your vehicles as well. So
All we
so
gotta do
that's
is just get a tag.
before you can
Yeah,
get your
that's
vehicle
crazy.
registered, you have to pay your property tax.
property
that's
tax
crazy,
on
bro.
your vehicle. That's crazy work.
Now I pay property tax on my house and everything, but I don't want a car. I just pay my,
Per
my
vehicle.
ad valorem, my tag fee, my emissions, and my tag fee. And that's it.
I just have one.
My husband said, "Can you claim that on your taxes?" Then
Yeah.
you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy work, dude. I want to know what I ain't hear y'all talk about Shushu and Castro though. Who y'all got? What y'all think about that fight?
I like that fight. I think that's gonna be a tough fight for Shushu.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He can punch, and he's pretty dang accurate with it. He ain't, it ain't a lot of fluff with him. He's pretty
But see,
straight.
the thing I feel like he's gonna more than likely he'll be able to stop Castro.
You think so?
Mhm. I feel like Castro he's gonna walk into a lot of punches. I think Cool
Oh,
Boy,
he always does. Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna walk into a lot of punches, and what's gonna happen is it's just that how much a Shushu is gonna be in the ring. Because I feel like appreciate you, Angie B. Shout out to Angie B pulling up. What's going on? I feel like with Shushu just needs somebody that's going to exchange, is going to let his hands go, and that brings the best out of Shushu. If you have somebody that's real defensive, or like my apologies, but I forgot the African kid he fought. I
Sagawa.
think it was Keita. No, not Sagawa. Sagawa almost pretty
Oh,
much beat.
Haita. Hater.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Hater. Yeah, he was a tough, sturdy guy, but he was
Mm-hmm.
just kind of more so fighting in a defensive posture where he wasn't really letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going to like if somebody that's really letting their hands go, that's gonna be good for Shushu. Shushu's a good counter puncher, and when he lands, he can land with power. Um, we'll
Oh,
see.
well,
We'll see.
Castro's
But I'm
only been stopped once. TKO and by
by
Figgy.
uh by Figueroa.
Yes.
And Figueroa's not a big puncher. Figueroa, he just overwhelmed him. But
He definitely over. He's annoyingly over.
right,
I don't know. I can see she working angles on him. Definitely, we know he's gonna box the snot off of him, but I don't know about stopping him, fam. I don't know. We gonna
nobody
see.
don't see it stopping until it happen, Big Dre.
That's gonna be a
Now
good
That's
fight.
right.
you basing something that respectfully two durable African fighters. I mean Haida was undefeated, and we already know Sagar was really one of the best at his weight class
Yeah, but
in the whole
Haita only
world.
fought domestic level opponents in South Africa. I mean, no, and that's no disrespect to African fighters because they're coming on the scene, but they're not on the same level as a Black American fighter, fam. I mean, Haita
Now, but
he
that's what
was
I'm saying.
durable though,
Skill. I'm just talking about style wise. Carlos Castro is there for a fight.
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. He's not boxing Segawa. I love watching Suleiman Segawa. Suleiman
Mhm.
Segawa possibly beat Shushu.
I,
If you really break down those rounds,
I
it was
agree.
close.
Yeah,
It was very
yeah,
close.
I think with the African fighters, a lot of times when they do come to America to showcase their talent, it's against the best of the best. They're not coming in against a mediocre guy. They don't get those
Yeah,
opportunities.
That's true.
like
So
Dog Day.
it's kind of not like a fair assessment. Yeah, you coming in, yeah, but you come in of the best of what we got.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of the African fighters, they can fight.
Even
They
when
got
they
some
go to
good.
other countries, you're right, Coach. You see them in other countries, they're putting them up against some of the best guys. You're right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you're not coming. You're
Because
not.
and that's
Most
always
time they're coming to be a sturdy test. They're not. They're B side. They're B side those guys pretty much. Now, and every now and then you'll get a guy like an Azuma Nelson, or Ike Corte that'll come and they'll show up, show their grit. Even Joshua Clyde, he was a good fighter. He kind of made a name for himself over here. I remember when he fought Zab Judah. Zab Judah was a front runner, but Joshua Clyde broke Zab down.
And my favorite, the Biabuchi.
Yeah, the president.
Mr. President was tough.
That
Oh
fool
God.
got locked up. He lost his mind. He's crazy. He thought he was the
Yeah.
president for real.
He's still fighting though, and he's been fighting recently. I've been keeping up with Mr. President.
This boy gonna be mean this week, TD. This boy, Shushu, he not playing around. I don't. This is his opportunity to really separate himself. I'm expecting Shushu to, and do damage, do work. Put his skills on display. I feel like the last couple of performances have been underwhelming, but that's not. We can't act like those weren't like top level guys. I think Carlos Castro is there as well, but I just feel like it's just the style. Yeah, I just feel like Shushu.
B2. That's why a lot of these name guys. See, boxing is about perception, and it's smoke and mirrors to a certain extent. That's why a lot of these name guys don't like to fight unknown guys, because an unknown guy can drop your stock in the public's eye. The perception. That's why you don't. That's why they first say, "But nobody knows who you are." That's why they don't want to fight you, because nobody knows who you are. If you get in there and you go life and death with somebody they never heard of, all of a sudden people start looking at you like you're nobody. It's a bunch of perception.
Yeah,
Boxing
Yeah.
is smoke and mirrors, and it's about perception. That's why I can look at these guys today and I know what I'm looking at, and I know that these guys are not the best fighters that I've ever seen. Not even in the same category. Not even the conversation. And I can think of guys who were quote unquote be on a B level or a C level fighter back in the 90s would beat a lot of these A level fighters right now, because I know what I'm looking at. Smoking, a lot of smoking mirrors. And you gotta know style, style matchup. What type of style will beat certain styles. Like an Amari Jones is a harder fight than Brian Norman Jr. was for Devin Haney. That would be a harder fight, because even though Amari doesn't have the experience, don't have the number of fights, but his dimensions, his height, his reach, his demeanor, the way he throws punches. If you got a guy that's a gunslinger who's willing to let his hands go, that is a hard fight for anybody, especially if they can take a punch. And they're active, and they're willing to let their hands go, and they don't shrink in the moment. That's why a lot of guys depend on guys, shrinking under the lights. A lot of times you won't get the best version of that guy because he got on them lights and he frees up. He's looking at the crowd. He's thinking about this. He's thinking about that. He's mentally not ready for that moment right there. And some guys, they're built for it. They can handle it. And then a lot of guys, a lot of pressure, like Brian Norman Jr., he could have fought so much better, but he was under so much pressure, unwarranted pressure that didn't need to be there. And that was Brian Norman Sr. just added pressure to that guy that he did not need. He didn't need that pressure that Senior put on him. The constant talking. My son do this. My son do that. I've seen it all the time with gym coaches. That's a lot of pressure. You don't have to fight. I have to fight. Why are you putting the battery in this guy's back? Same thing with Devin Haney when he fought Ryan Garcia. Regardless of the Osterine, Bill Haney put a battery in Ryan Garcia's back. And I think minus the Osterine, it still is going to be a hard fight, because that's the last thing you need to do is get somebody bulletin board material, something to put on their bulletin board. They will want to kick your back in, man. And that's why sometimes it's best just to be quiet. Let sleeping dogs lay. Don't awaken a giant. Be calm, be cool, and just let it lay. And sometimes you'll get a more tame version of that guy. That you going out there giving that guy extra motivation to kick your back in. And that stuff happens, man. Kind of like just play possum, you know what I mean? That's why some guys just play possum.
And
that
B said himself that was also a problem with his own self, because he's usually not a talker, and he allowed that to be brought up out of him, and it kind of put him out of his own headspace. He kind of fed into as well. He don't look at the social media so much, but he definitely fed into what his father was saying to him, and it was that same mess you're talking about. So stuff happened, man.
Yeah, but it's learning. You be yourself at the end of the day. Like
exactly.
Manny Pacquiao, that dude that talk a lot of crap. He do quote Bible scriptures, and then he get to the face off, and he'll smile at you. He may even bust out laughing in your face. But when the bell rings, he's kicking your butt. He's putting hands and feet on you, man. You know, it's the biggest thing. Just be yourself. You know, if you're not a talker, if you're not that type of person, not that type of guy, hey, just go out there and just be yourself. Don't get out of character, because that's when you start messing up.
Facts, Coach. I agree. And that's in life. Do you? Who do you got though in that fight, Coach?
Which
Castro.
one?
Castro
Oh yeah,
and
you know, I like Bruce. You know, character and shoot, he's the man. I think he handles them. You know, good fight, no problem. I think it's a unanimous decision. I mean, yeah,
that's what I
Castro.
get.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor, as Floyd Mayweather would say. Yeah, you know, he's a tough competitor, but you know, I got the job done. You know what I'm saying, and that's what it's gonna be. You know, he's gonna
I
get the job
respect
done.
that about. He talk up his own competition for sure. I respect that. I really like that about him.
Yeah, well, that's all you gotta say. You know, if you ain't got nothing good to say, man, he's a tough competitor. That's something generic. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You ain't bigging him up. You ain't tearing him down. So he's a tough competitor. He's a tough guy. You know, he got a good heart. You know what I'm saying? He come to fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my skills are going to be superb. And that's all you got
Exactly.
to say.
I agree. I like that about Floyd.
Now let me pivot real quick, Coach. I need to hear your opinion on this. Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz, and do you believe Keyshawn can put on a performance that makes sense to go up to 147 for the Devin Haney fight? I think that's the big money fight for Keyshawn. He can't really fight Shakur right now, and Devin Haney needs an opponent. Do you have Keyshawn beating Jermaine, and do you see Keyshawn going to 147?
Well, I definitely see Keyshawn going 147 because, like we spoke earlier, he got a frame. He can carry the weight. Most of these guys can carry this weight. These dudes be fighting 15, 20 pounds out of their weight class. So putting on 147 pounds for a grown adult male standing at 5'8", 5'9", you're underweight. If you went to the doctor, they'd be like, "Bro, you are underweight. You need to gain some weight." So yeah, 147 pounds, there's no problem for Keyshawn Davis. Easy, he can put that weight on easy. As far as the fight he got going this weekend with Ortiz, question marks. Questions will be answered. I got questions and I need answers, and he has an opportunity to answer these questions. I think on paper this should be the toughest opponent. You know, this is not a bear check. It's not a guy that you're towering over that's scared of you. Belichick was scared of Keyshawn Davis. You can see it. He was intimidated. He was physically afraid of him, and it showed. He fought like he was afraid of the guy, and he got the brace beat off of him. So, like I said, it should be a great matchup. Virgil Ortiz is a game competitor. He's a good fighter. He's got experience. You know, he fought with a Teofimo Lopez. I think that's he fought with Lomachenko, so he has fought some quote unquote elite opposition. So he does check that box. Jermaine, he's not a small guy either. You know, he's a pretty decent size junior welterweight, well, super welterweight. I'm sorry, he's a junior. He's a good 140-pound fighter. So I don't want to call junior because I think that was kind of derogatory. So they switched it. They call them super lightweights or something like that. It used to be junior welterweight. They want to get rid of that junior middleweight. They call them something else now. Maybe it's middleweight or super welterweight or something. This sounds better. But hey, this is gonna be a good fight. And Ortiz Jermaine, he's a live dog in this fight. He's more than a live dog. He's got a tremendous chance to win this fight. And like I said, with the money involved in boxing right now, and that the guys kind of feel like the walls are closing in on them because the network deals are going away. This boxing, the whole landscape is shifting. You're going to get guys that are fighting harder than usual because now they're fighting for their career. Because now if you lose, you really going back to the back of the line because there's no Showtime, there's no HBO. Top Rank is in shambles. PBC is in shambles. Zuffa trying to take over. Turkey Al-Sheikh is on the scene. So it's almost like the walls are closing in. So a lot of these fights are must win for these guys. Either that or you're going to go back to a lower tier of boxing, which I like pro boxing. I ain't got nothing against pro boxing. I don't have anything against Zuffa. I think it gives Zuffa has a place in boxing. They give guys who would not get opportunity to fight, give them opportunity to earn a living. You know, people want to tear it down, say, "Oh, Zeus is bad for boxing." Okay, if Zeus wasn't here, what would these guys be doing? Door dashing, which is nothing wrong with that. Working at Home Depot, working a regular job when they would like to be boxing, but they're not getting an opportunity to box. So guys have to pick up jobs until they get an opportunity. Most fighters do have jobs, and they are sitting on the shelf waiting on their phone call. You at the mercy of the promoter. You at the mercy of the networks because they don't have a date for you. You don't get a fight. You know what I'm saying? So there's a place for everything. So this fight right here, you're gonna get the best out of all. I think this weekend is gonna be a tremendous. I'm predicting. You heard it here first. This weekend is gonna be a tremendous weekend of boxing because you're gonna get some highly motivated guys in this ring this weekend, and nobody coming to play. They know a lot is on the line. This is high stakes boxing right here this weekend. If you really go down the list of all the fights, it's all high stakes. It's all a lot on the line. And there is no B-side, quote unquote. These are guys that are fighting. The hungry dog gonna get steak. These guys are fighting for their career. These are some pretty good matchups. There's no like 90-10, 80-20 matchups. These matchups are either 50-50 or 60-40. Those are good matchups. We ain't getting no 80-10, 90-95-5 matchup where we just know who's gonna win. Everybody has a path to victory in all these fights. And that's a good thing. So we're gonna see.
1000%. Yeah, it was a lot going on. But I'll just say this, right? Shout out to our brother T Mac pulling up. I mean, we just seen Devin against B Norman, and they kind of made excuses after the fact, said that B Norman didn't have the experience, to kind of go the distance with Devin.
He did.
Now that's what they said after the fight, right?
That's what
So
people said, but not the Normans. But yeah,
right, and now they came out and they said they want a tougher fight for Devin. They want an actual like a tougher matchup. We can't go to Tiger. We all love Tiger, want to see him do well and want to see him get that fight, but that's not like a realistic option right now for Devin coming off of the Norman Jr. I feel like really it would make sense to put Tiger on the undercard, maybe versus Karen, to do Tiger Karen on the undercard, the Haney Pacquiao. Now that makes sense.
Haney Pacquiao.
Hmm.
They talking about that.
Well, they trying to push it. I don't know if
I mean,
Sean
that
Gibbons and
any fight with Pacquiao at this point, I'm sick of that. I really am. Much respect to Manny for sure, but go sit your old ass down, dude. I'm over it. I'm really over that. And I don't want to see Devin. I don't want to see Rolly. I didn't want to see Mario Barrios fight that man. Like, go him and Floyd could run it. They could do their thing as an exhibition. I'm cool with that. But these guys trying to build it, and he's great for your resume, sure. But
I
I'm over
mean,
it.
But
well,
it's weird though because this guy, in his mind, he should be thinking that I shouldn't be able to compete with these guys.
I know.
But it just speaks volumes to the state that boxing's in right now, where you
There
got
you
a guy
go.
who's almost 50 thinks he can compete with the champions today. That shouldn't even be in his mind.
Thank you. I
So
agree.
that just show
well,
it just goes to show these guys aren't a lot on down on that level right there. Like
I
Mario
know
Barrio
for
was supposed to
sure.
send him into retirement. He's supposed to retire Pacquiao. He did.
I think Tiger is a way more viable and competitive fight. It should be. That man got a pedigree. He can freaking box. Now, and that's not to say obviously that Manny can't, but like Coach just said, this man's almost 50. What are we doing? I definitely want to see Tiger and Devin.
they saying
Definitely.
nobody. Kerry
Yeah,
said nobody
that's a harder
telling
fight,
Wilder
much
to
harder
sit down.
fight. Yeah, Tiger Johnson, much
Everybody
harder
telling
fight.
Wilder to sit down.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Tiger's a tougher fight than Manny Pacquiao, but you got to retire the old guard, right?
Yeah, somebody got to put him out.
I thought they tried to do
Now
that.
we'll see if he believes he can beat Haney if he take the fight.
Well, that fight goes the distance though. It does. Haney's not stopping him. So that's if you want to retire Manny, that's not the guy to do it. If you're gonna, most of the time when you got to retire an old fighter, he got to go out on his back. Joe Louis had to go out on his back.
But
Bernard Hopkins got knocked out the ring.
wasn't Janky feeding that man out of straw or something? Like a spoon feeding him?
That was against Ugas. Now,
Ugas.
Ugas,
Exactly.
yeah, but that's a different fighter than Devin. Devin's a pure boxer. Devin is not the type of guy who's going to inflict maximum punishment on you. He's not that guy. He's a great fighter, but he's not a punishment. He's not an Errol Spence where Errol Spence is going to put you in the hospital.
That's what I'm saying. But
Devin Haney won't retire Manny Pacquiao. I promise you he won't. He'll beat him, but he will not retire him. He's not going to retire Manny Pacquiao. You got to put him out on his back. That's the only way you get rid of an old guy. You got to put him out on his back. If you don't put him out on his back, he gonna think he can still come back.
That's the storyline of the fight. Devin hasn't gotten a stoppage in 5 or 6 years. Can he stop Pacquiao, the older man, and they can build up that way?
The answer is no.
But a lot of people, some people will believe he will stop him. So and some people will believe Manny can beat Devin. So
I agree with that
narrative. That narrative will end real quick if the Manny can beat Devin crowd overtakes any other crowd, you know. But
Manny had a fan base. Anytime you put an old guy in with a younger guy, you're gonna have a sentimental fan base, first of all, because by all sense of purposes, Manny shouldn't even be competing. So they're gonna pull for Manny because he's older.
Yeah. I'm with y'all. I'm with you all as well. I mean, he's number 3 right now in the WBO for Devin's belt. I do think it's kind of unfortunate that this is what it's come to. It would have been nice to see Conor Ben challenge Devin at 147 or the unification with Lewis Crocker, but I mean, Eddie Hearn is really playing. He's really put himself in a position of power in certain sense because he has Boots, Crocker, Shakur, Conor Ben. I mean, so he's pretty much kind of taking a lot of real estate as far as the top level opponents.
I said that on one of my lives a while back that Devin and Bill plan to run through 47, but as long as Eddie got the IBF over there, he ain't about to let that happen. And neither is anybody when you look at the Rolly situation. PBC don't mess with Devin. So they're not trying to let him really get that fight off with Rolly. They're
going to lose that belt to Guillaume.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're going to run into some issues trying to get through, which is sad. You know, I don't hate on Devin. I think if a man has the want to be great, you know, in a perfect world, they should allow him to try to get these fights and accomplish what he needs and move on. But Eddie Hearn ain't about to let that, man.
I hear what you're saying, that you know, and think about look how long it took to get all the heavyweight belts together. It took over 20-something years. I think Lennox Lewis was the last one. So unifying and being an undisputed champion doesn't happen overnight. Look how long it took Terrence Crawford to gather all them belts. You know, that fight was what, 7-8 years in the making. But Errol Spence had to go collect most of the belts.
Say Errol collected all of them but one.
Yeah, and Terrence got them all in one swoop. So it doesn't. Only person who was able to become undisputed very quickly was Canelo Alvarez. And that's because he had the money and the machine behind him to pay those guys enough money to get in the ring. He made them an offer they couldn't refuse. And unfortunately, Devin does not have that power to offer these guys, hey, look, I'm giving you the biggest payday you'll ever get. Money you can't refuse. Like every time Canelo got somebody in the ring, it was 8-figure payday for him.
But that's not all the way true, though, Coach.
No, it is true. It is true, B3.
Nah, everybody didn't get 8 figures. Let's not.
Who did name one who didn't get 8 figures? Name one. Caleb Plant got 8 figures. Berlanga got 8 figures. Yes, he did. He got $12 million. He got $12 million to get in there with Canelo. He got $12 million. Billy Joe Saunders.
Callum Smith. That was a side shot. He didn't get 10.
Yes, how much you got?
Was
It wasn't
6?
2. It was pretty doggone close to 8 figures. If it wasn't 8, it was pretty doggone close.
But hold on, we can't hold on. But that's what I'm saying. Now you asking these guys to price themselves out because Norman Jr. just got his highest payday. He
I
got
understand
between
that, but
3 and 4
that's off
million.
the back of Turkey Al-Sheep. Turkey Al-Sheep was not in existence when
Yeah, but
Canelo
hold on.
Alvarez was
But
doing his
when
thing.
that time came around, JoJo Diaz, the guy's highest payday. This is a known fact that a lot of these guys, it kind of really just fell short with the Ryan fight, even Regis, because they didn't make the money on the pay-per-view that the Tank fight did. But outside of that, Linares got his highest payday. Of course, George Kambosos, he got
I mean,
buku
but the highest
paydays.
pay they maybe like $1 million or 1.5. I'm talking about these dudes. Most of
That's
these
them and
guys were
their
getting
fire. They
8.
not generating nothing. That's what I'm saying.
That,
I
but
mean, if they
I'm
not
saying without,
generating it, you're
but
not gonna make it.
it's apples and oranges. Like Devin
So you
Haney and
as a B
Canelo is
side,
apples and oranges. It's different.
right? I understand what you're saying. You talking about though it's by scale. I'm talking about concept because you still have to pay for an opponent as an A side fighter. We still have to build our fighter. Mr. Show, you got background, Mr. Show. Appreciate you pulling up though.
Mr. Moore always got background with his banter.
Yeah, I think. See, with Canelo got it off the strength of his own back, just like Mayweather got off strength. Pacquiao, those guys generated the money. Basically, they ate what they killed. Meaning, people actually went out and paid for their fights. They didn't lose anything. It was always a net gain. Turkey Al-Sheik came on, and a lot of times he lost a ton of money on these fights. It's a total different business model. Mayweather. Hey, pay-per-view, we pay for your fight. This is what your opponent got. Same thing with Canelo. People actually buy this man's fights. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He's a pay-per-view. But like when Turkey came in the game, it's a whole different business model. People was getting crazy amount of money. And we're like, wow, where's this coming from? It is what it is, but thing like Canelo was able to collect those belts off his own strength because he had enough power, had enough money power, had enough people willing to pay for his fight that he could offer his opponent $10 million. And not only that, Canelo's money was guaranteed in escrow. This man was getting his money up front. Al Heyman gave Canelo money up front in escrow before he even sold the pay-per-view. I mean, those are the facts, man. And I hate Canelo. That's not my guy, but I'm going to call a spade and a ball. That man generated money for boxing. And that's why he was able to get those people in the ring just like that. He got them in back to back. Wasn't too many fights in between. Within 18 months, that dude was undisputed champion because he bought those belts. He gave Caleb Plant his biggest payday. Edgar Berlanga got $10 million. Jamel Charlo, he wasn't even a champion. He got freaking $10 million. So Canelo would just pass like, you get $10 million, you get $10 million, you get $10 million. This guy would have never even seen that type of money, probably in their whole career.
Now Edgar didn't get that. Edgar got $12 million from Eddie Hearn over 3 fights. So he didn't get no $10 million for Canelo. He might have got 5, but he didn't get 10. Edgar
But Edgar didn't have no belt either, though. Edgar didn't have a belt.
Yeah,
I was talking about Canelo.
No. I understand. I'm just letting you know so the people will know. Edgar Berlanga don't command $10 million no matter who he fight. Edgar Berlanga ain't getting no $10 million. He got $12 million over 3 fights from Metro.
Yeah, I was talking about Canelo's belt run. With Canelo's belt run, all those guys got. Yeah, Canelo's belt run. I think all those guys got 8 figures.
They got paid because Canelo strong armed PBC and told Al Heyman, I get my money up front or no deal. All my money guaranteed up front. That's how Canelo do business.
That's facts.
1,000%.
Which was crazy because
Just appreciate you pulling up.
Because Al was making a lot of his fighters wait for their money. He was paying them in installments. But they were looking at Al Heyman like, wait a minute, man, we've been over here for 10 years. Yeah, you paying us in installments. Yeah.
That,
And then you
that
get this
back
dude all his money up front.
And you
What's
know
going
what's
on?
crazy? They paid him up front. Remember, he wanted they wanted him to fight either Mel or was it Maul and Benavidez, or it was something. He didn't get his way. This is just a couple years ago, and he broke. He tried to break out on them after they paid that man. I was like, wow, this is what we're
He
doing
did.
now.
He did leave out because they were supposed to have. It was supposed to be Jamel
Three
Jamal
fights.
and Errol Spence,
There you go.
and
3
they
fights.
didn't get. They weren't able to put the Arrow fight and the Jamal fight on the table. So yeah, he was
And
able to
he got
walk out of
40
that
mil
deal.
up front or something
Now
crazy
they
like
did
that.
still do the Munguia fight.
Yeah, but nobody asked for that bull crap.
Right.
$40 million up front, or 45, something crazy. And you didn't even fulfill your in. Maybe that was contractual. I would think it was. That's sad. That's sad.
Whoever negotiating on Canelo's behalf, they did a tremendous job
You
as
ain't
far as
never
robbing the
wrong.
bank. Because they even did the same thing with the zone. I got a $300 million deal with the
Yep.
zone.
And
You know what
him
I'm
and
saying?
Triple G getting 40 million a fight. I was like, wow, for real. Crazy.
Man, y'all know it's a lot of money in the Canelo weekend, man. In a or
Remember,
Canelo
he
fight
did it
week,
for his
all of that.
people for free.
Canelo fight week, excuse me.
But we had to pay pay-per-view prices. But he did it for his people for free. Ain't that something?
Oh, always. Well, because he know they can't afford $80.
Some of us can't be affording it. Especially when you start talking about PBC cards. That is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you. Before listen, we definitely here working. Appreciate everybody in the building tapping the like button, helping the channel grow. I gotta ask y'all this. Mr. Moore, can you hear us? Let me bring in Mr. Moore real quick. Let's get an audio check. I gotta ask you something.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I'm on the 405. What's cracking?
I bet. You coming through clear too. Answer this for me, Mr. Moore. Bruce Shushu Carrington and Carlos Castro. What you expecting out of that matchup?
Shushu to beat the Hebrew shit out of Carlos Castro.
Okay. Yeah. Now let me. While I got you, while we working, we also got the Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz. What are you expecting in that matchup? And do you want to see Keyshawn go to 147 to fight Haney?
I want to see if Keyshawn can beat Jermaine Ortiz before we get to talking all this other stuff.
There you go.
We got to stop putting the cart before the horse. He ain't beat Jermaine Ortiz yet. Excuse me. And we don't know if he can beat that guy. We got to see.
Are you picking him to beat Jermaine?
I'm picking Keyshawn for a unanimous decision because I know Keyshawn comes to fight. Keyshawn is violent, and Keyshawn don't have to cut down to 35. So they got a stronger Keyshawn. But Jermaine Ortiz is a slick boxer. Jermaine Ortiz can present some issues that a 13-fight fighter, no matter how talented he is, that a 13-fight fighter hasn't seen before. So we got to let it play out. But if I had to pick, if you put a gun in my head, I would pick Keyshawn for your majority decision. Keyshawn Davis, majority decision.
So one judge gonna have it a draw. Okay.
That's a good one. I got unanimous, but man, Jermaine ain't no punk. It could go some kind of way.
We're gonna see. They just seen that the style he implemented. Bella, shout out to Bella. How you doing? The style he implemented in a few fights. Cause Jermaine, with that the competition they was putting in front of him, they wanted him to look well so he can get this opportunity. So he took chances and he got touched. Like he got wobbled pretty much by Antonio Moran. I mean, and he got the stoppage. So I think it's just a style. I think he's gonna fight completely different against Keyshawn.
I think so too.
Way
But
different.
He does that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I wanted to bring something up about that. about Jermaine in particular. So his last fight, super light, right? And the fight before that. But he missed weight that last fight, if I remember correctly. He came in over because he even looked chubby in the fight. But when I seen him in this lead up, he didn't look good. I seen him doing the interview. He looked drawn. Really
Talking
gone.
about you said Jermaine?
Yeah.
Of course. He's not supposed to be. I think he's cutting a lot of weight to get down there. So
He's at 40, so he need to be at 47. Maybe?
I think so.
That's crazy work. Yeah, he didn't look good in that interview, but we gonna see. Come
Yeah, all these guys cutting a lot of weight. All of
yeah,
them are.
Jushu's cutting a lot of weight.
All
you
of
ain't
them
never
are.
lying.
These guys is putting on on average. These guys putting on 20 pounds. All of them. Boots, Devin, Shakur probably putting on 15, 17 pounds. Bruce, I mean, any guy. T.O. putting on weight. T.O. probably putting on 14, 16 pounds.
That's crazy work.
You know, Bud was putting on a ton of weight. He's putting on 20 plus pounds.
I don't know.
Tank probably the only guy who don't really put on a whole lot. Tank may put on 10 pounds or something like that. But most of these guys, on average, 14 to all the way up to 25. David Benavidez put on 20 when he fought Demetrius Andrade. I think that dude put on 27 pounds overnight. Like
hold on, y'all. Off topic for a second. Has anybody heard? Has this dummy turned himself in yet?
No.
Nah, man. Tank on the run, man. Tank ain't turned himself in.
You know
He might as well live it up. But when they get him, they ain't gonna let him go. He might as well just stay on the run.
Get no bail, man.
He ain't getting no bond. Why you doing it to yourself? He ain't gonna get no bond either way. If he turn himself in tomorrow, he ain't gonna get a bond.
If he turned himself in, keep going. They would have bonded up because them charges that they got him on all have a bail. If he'd have turned himself in immediately, he could have bonded out. Now he can't bond.
Not as a fugitive. He can't.
That's what I'm saying. He might as well keep going.
Parole? Wasn't he on probation or something as well? Still,
Coach, you a cold nigga. You said keep going. Coach, you a cold nigga.
He already cooked. He already cooked anyway, man. He cooked. So you might well keep going till they get you, man.
I agree for sure.
They say he in Cuba now.
I saw Cuba yesterday, but I don't know.
Nobody believe that bullshit. Nigga ain't in no goddamn Cuba.
Yeah, but when they do get him, I fully expect Tank to do no less than 18 months. They're gonna lock him up this time. They ain't gonna let him out. He gonna do at least 18 months.
And you gonna have some stupid niggas. You gonna have some stupid niggas running around here with free Tank shirts on too. Watch.
They already got them going. What you talking about? They already devising them and building them things up.
Yeah, he might well keep going.
I think so. Shoot, why not?
Yeah, keep going, bro. Just have as much fun as you can, man.
Hey,
bro,
Shower. I want to ask you, girl.
Woman, I'm a woman.
Shower, I want to ask you, what you think about that card Sunday? That look like a pretty nice card, don't it?
Which one? Oh, Sunday.
Don't that card look pretty nice on Sunday?
It looked like some jailhouse boxing with all that black and white and gray. It was a decent card. I ain't even gonna lie.
Those are the best fights, though. Shower, you know those are the best fights. You know James Scott versus goddamn Eddie Gregory was a good fight. That was a great fight in Rahway State Prison.
You know what? I have seen some prison boxing, but look, that was better.
James Scott versus Dwight Muhammad Qawi in Rahway State Prison.
I seen that. Okay, look, that still was better than Sunday, sir.
Of course it was. That the fights were better, but the Sunday card looks good. The Sunday card looked good to me.
No, the second card gonna be fire because I like all them fights.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the one that just passed. I'm talking about Sunday. What you think about Sunday's card coming?
I'm excited about the upcoming fights on Zuffa for sure. And the third card,
I want to see that Vostok fight. I want to see that Vostok fight. That's the one I want to see.
Me too. Well, I want to see Serhi and Butayev as well. And Vasek and
Butayev moved up to 54, huh? Okay, Butayev.
Oh yeah, and then with the third car is gonna have Brandon and Adam. Look, yeah, man.
Yeah, Brandon the King. That's my homeboy. You know, I gotta watch my home. I gotta support the homie. Brandon straight out of Watts.
Don't.
That's why Brandon Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy, man. He showed up to fight. He's a blue collar fighter. I like that. He always show up to fight. You also got Josh Kelly fighting this weekend. They fighting for a belt. We got 3 champions.
Josh and
Murtazalia.
Bakram.
Yeah, Bakram. Yep. And then you got what's my man Xander Zayas fighting the Bras.
Am I the only person that thinks that Josh Kelly got a chance? I think Josh Kelly got a good chance of beating him.
Yeah,
I do too. I do.
But it depends on Josh. It really if he gonna press that man, and he's defensive in doing so, for me. It's safer to be closer to Baki than it is to be trying to box him on the outside.
I think you just want Josh to get knocked out, Shawa. That's what I truly
don't. I'm saying because I always say that Bakram is not a boogeyman, so I'm saying
Gelly,
there's a method to it. You gotta stay close to him. He gotta press him, and he gotta use angles and be defensive. Otherwise, if you sit on the outside, Bakram is about to come around your guard. And you think about Josh's style, he fights in the shell. He's not really defensive like that. He'd be wide open to get hit. Look.
So you're saying put your head in his chest and make him uncomfortable, push him back.
Baki does not do good going backwards, period. If you ever watch him come on that dude, he's awful with his feet. His feet and his hands don't move in concert. We'll just say that. Nah, Bakram ain't no killer. He ain't no dark horse.
I think Boots should be fighting that guy right now. I don't understand why Eddie Hearn didn't put Boots in there.
Because Kelly was in a mandatory spot.
Okay.
Boots is pretty much number one for the fight for the winner. They position him Boots in the WBA, but he's also the WBA.
Is that fight in England V3?
In Newcastle, yep.
Newcastle. Hey, look, Lubin the first before Josh in that.
Well, yeah, but he vacated his position. Yeah.
So he got out of the spot. Yeah. But look, y'all don't. A lot of people don't know this. Josh Kelly is a big seller over there in England. He's a big seller over there
because he's a pretty.
Josh Kelly over there selling out arenas.
You know what I used to call Josh Kelly?
What?
White boots. He thinks he's white boots. He thinks he's
white what?
He thinks he's white boots.
Oh,
white boots.
He thinks he's white boots. He's all right though. Josh is all right.
Well, he's just like Boots in the fact that he sells out in his hometown. Him and Boots do that real well.
Yes, Carrier. That's what I be calling him, man. He thinks he is. I didn't say he is. He thinks.
Hey, he's selling out in his hometown just like Boots.
Shout out to him. Then he should have fought Boots too.
Yeah, he's selling out his hometown. Shit. I want to see if Boots can sell somewhere else.
Me too.
I know he can sell in Philly.
Vegas.
Put him somewhere else. Let's see if he can sell there.
Yeah.
If he can get the Virgil fight, I think he'll prove it to you.
In Texas, because Texas is gonna come out if you.
I think Virgil will prove it to me. If you get the Virgil fight, Virgil will prove it to me. Because me, you, Shawa, and Coach will be the only niggas in the arena.
Vegas and T-Mobile.
They need to fight on neutral ground.
Let's see.
What about
do that? Coach, what are you talking about? They not doing that. They gonna fight in Vegas, in California, or in Texas, where Virgil can pull in all the Mexican fans.
Virgil gonna pull.
They're not gonna let that fight go to the East Coast. They're not doing that.
All right. That way they can leave. They can leave disappointed, just like the Canelo fans left the arena. They can leave the arena the same way.
I love that part of it.
Disappointed.
I wouldn't mind if they put the fight on the East Coast, but I know they won't do that because if they put the fight on the East Coast, that would make Boots the star.
So you know what would really be neutral is somewhere Midwest or South because Vegas is gonna be for Virgil. all the fights in Vegas, it's always going to be majority Hispanic, even if it's 2 black fighters. Every time I've ever been to
Where's
fights there.
Virgil located, Shower? Where's Vegas located?
That's why I said on the West. So that's why I said you got to be Midwest or South for neutral ground for him and Boots.
It's right next to New Mexico, and it's right above Old Mexico. So where you think the fans is gonna come from?
They could come to my state. Yeah, they could come to my state. Come on.
Where you at?
I'm in Colorado.
Nah,
Colorado, mostly
ain't that
white
big.
folks.
They can't do it in Colorado. They won't do it there. Ain't that big there. It's cold there.
They come practice here all the time. We have arenas.
Oh yeah, Colorado Springs, the USA Boxing Center. Yeah, that's right, Colorado Springs.
USA, all that here. Come on, we got arenas. Ron Lau fight here. Come on.
You know what? I would say Texas, but Texas is Mexican too. So no,
it is full of Mexican. That's right on the
No,
border.
not Texas, not California, not Nevada.
Antonio.
You know when they should have that fight? You know when they should have that fucking fight, bro? They should have that fight. They should have it in Maryland, DC, Virginia somewhere.
That's interesting. Or Virginia over there with
What fight we at now, y'all? My bad, I stepped away.
we just talked.
I said they should have that fight, that Boots versus Virgil. That should be somewhere neutral, man. The only place I could think of is maybe Virginia, where it's neutral.
Nobody has a belt. That's why they want to get a belt, so it makes sense to have it on. But yeah, VA, DC could do it.
VA, I'm telling
DC
you.
is big enough.
Yeah.
But like Keyshawn, like think about it,
if
the
it's in
Scope
on the
Arena.
East Coast,
But they ain't gonna do it in Virginia like
if it's
that.
on the East Coast, it's gonna make Boots a star because Boots is gonna pull in all the people on the East Coast.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Oscar not going nowhere but New York, but I think Miami could do it. I like it in Miami.
Ooh, that's really neutral ground right there.
Yeah,
that's neutral.
That.
No, but because a lot of Cubans and Cubans don't like Mexicans. That's right. So it's a lot of Cubans.
I think with Boots, he should try to collect all the belts, like from my main man that's fighting this weekend, Josh Kelly or Murderer Rosalia, try to get that belt and try to get the other belt from the Puerto Rican kid, Xander Zayas, will win that fight. Come to the table with 3 belts, and then little boy Virgil Ortiz. Tell him 80-20, 70-30, take whatever we give you.
They still gonna run.
Go ahead and flip the table on them. Y'all don't want to. Okay,
run.
I'm the champ. You 70-30 split.
They still gonna run. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Virgil about to run up to 160 while y'all playing.
Man,
he already done talked about it.
I can see that. I can see that, Shaw. Because look, and this is about to be some open titles. What's Janabek doing?
Being caught up in drug charges that he's guilty of.
Janabek say he ain't dirty. Janabek say it was a faulty sample.
That's bull. And you know why that's bull?
Janabek say y'all tampered with his shit. That's what he said.
Him passing out before he made it to the scales. Yeah, ain't nobody playing with Janabek. Go on.
Listen, we trying to get no state income tax, and we also trying to get people to pull up for the event. So that's why Florida is always going to be. And don't forget, Floyd and Logan Paul was in Florida. It's a lot of. I mean, Florida does boxing. Jake versus AJ was just in Florida.
Down there.
Yeah,
it's located.
Jake got his face cracked in Florida. Yeah, Jake, and that was a good thing for Jake because he could go right to a plastic surgeon right after that fight. There's a bunch of plastic surgeons waiting on him.
I mean, look at the MVP card just happened. Florida is definitely known for boxing if you really be, following it for sure. And why not make some of these other
Teofimo Lopez from
big
Florida?
for it? Yeah, makes these other locations big for boxing as well. Let people move around.
Now, Carrie. Now, tell us what was the last outside of Clarissa
Keith
Shields
from Florida, Roy Jones from Florida.
Yeah,
I'm from Florida. Woohoo!
Look at you, see, travel for Florida.
Now, the reason I will say this: the reason Oscar Duarte and Golden Boy did go to Chicago, of course, Kenny Sims, that's his hometown, but there is a large Mexican.
In Chicago.
Yeah,
A lot of Mexicans in Chicago.
but also in Atlanta. So Atlanta is another good possible destination for a
No,
Boots in this
you
fight.
can't go to Atlanta. Them
Why
niggas,
not?
they won't even show up to the fight.
Shit,
Don't send them to
Tank
Atlanta.
fight. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
No, I ain't talking about the fans. I'm talking about the participants. Them niggas even got drunk and stuck in a strip club. No, don't send them to Atlanta.
You could say that about Miami and Houston too.
For
Come
real.
on.
I went to that Tank fight. That Tank versus Barrios was lit in Atlanta. That shit was
Come
lit.
on now.
I'm
It was
telling you,
lit.
these people are starving to have events in their city, and they keep relegating it to these certain places. It's not cool. Start spreading the love, spread out. And that can also bring boxing on the lower level, open some of these gyms back up.
They have a big ass fight
generate
in
interest
Atlanta.
for
I'm
young
going.
people. Generate
That's the
interest
first
for the
time
young people.
I've been. That was the first time I went to a boxing match, and the boxing match looked just like Magic City.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be cool.
So they have another boxing match in Atlanta. I'm going.
OTX, I was liking that down in Atlanta. I was digging that OTX.
Oh, that OTX shit, the 5-round fights, yeah.
Yeah, but they shut it down.
Yeah, the overtime fire.
Yeah.
They still
They
got
did
that
a hell of a
1-round shit
job.
going on though. They still got that Team Combat League shit going on though. That 1-round shit.
Yeah, TCL, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Show. Talk to me about Big Baby Miller, Jarrell Miller. He's fighting. Are you expecting him to get in a position to fight Fabio Worley?
I know he better fucking focus on Kingsley eBay. I know he better do that. He go in there thinking, looking past eBay, he gonna get his ass whooped.
What you expecting
You
out of
forget,
Big
Big
Baby
Baby
Miller?
Miller is 37.
That's
Big Baby Miller is not young. Big Baby Miller is 37 years old.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've been waiting to talk about.
You look past Kingsley eBay, you're gonna lose.
And you know what? Okay, it's been over a year now since Jarrell has fought. eBay just
Yes,
fought.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's the one I think is gonna be a good match too. For sure. eBay ain't no punk.
See, because Big Baby Miller, P3 is doing talk about somebody else. You need to be talking about the dude that's in front of you.
Yeah.
I think that dude's last.
How you know you gonna get to Fabio Worley? How you know you gonna get past this dude?
Yeah, let's go. I think eBay got Gerald, y'all. I sure do. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on, Shaw, for real. You picking eBay over this?
Kingsley eBay can fight, man.
He had
Kingsley
a
eBay been around
draw.
for a minute,
fighter.
and he can
had
fight,
a
bro.
draw with Andy Ruiz. That was his last
He
fight.
can fight, bro.
July,
That dude
August
can fight.
of 24, right? And eBay has his last 5-6 fights been like stoppages. So what are we talking about? Yeah, I got eBay. Yeah, didn't he get stopped by freaking Daniel Dubois too? Yeah, man. That was before Andy Ruiz. So yes, I do. I got eBay over Jarrell.
He took the Dubois fight on like 3 weeks' notice.
Who fault is that? I'm like, no excuses.
Okay. You supposed to be
Ain't no excuses.
stay ready.
You took the fight,
You gotta
didn't you?
get ready. That's right.
You signed up for the fight, didn't you?
This is a full.
No excuses.
He's getting a full camp for this. So, like,
And if he ain't careful, and if he keep talking about Fabio Ward, he gonna get a full ass whooping.
I don't know. Jarrell be coming in so freaking big, man. Oof. But eBay's big too. That's the reason why I still got eBay on that one.
with that being said, Mr. Sheldon, are you picking eBay?
Yes, I am.
Good.
I'll cut it up right now.
I'm not sold. I'm not like you youngsters. I'm not sold on all that talking. All that shit sound good. Show me.
Come on.
Me and Mr.
Man,
Sheldon.
That's all he do is talk. All Big Baby Miller do is talk. Look,
I feel good.
look. Big Baby Miller.
Get the scale.
Big Baby Miller fucked off $10 million with Anthony Joshua. He got to show me every time now because you that stupid.
He messed
I
up
can't
the
trust
fight with Josh Parker because his mouth. I mean, not Josh Parker, but you all know what I'm talking about. With Parker. Remember
Joe Parker.
he talked himself right up out of that fight with Parker. Was it last year?
Yeah, that dude ain't, he talked too much. He talks
He
too
is
much.
big. He come in 300 dang pounds. That's what I'm saying. But eBay ain't no punk, man. He come in close, 280s.
Hey, Coach, I'm enlightening you to something, Coach. You probably forgot about this since you're so old. Big motherfucker.
You broke
Yeah,
up, Mr. Sean. Say that
you
again.
broke up, man.
I call you forget big motherfuckers get good.
We can't hear you, Mr. Sean, right now.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
bad stuff.
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
You hear me now? I said coaches forgot that big motherfuckers get beat up too.
Oh yeah.
They sure
Oh
do.
yeah, absolutely. Well, Big Baby, he be out of shape, but he be big, but he be out of shape with it too. That dude like he's 300 and something, man. Big Baby
Yeah,
weird. That
coming
dude be
in
like 300
300,
pounds, be having on spandex, man. What you
330.
got on biking shorts for, man? Ain't gonna put some jogging pants on, man. That dude be big, fat out of shape, big, nasty out of
Big
shape.
Dre, Big Dre, I don't have a commercial right now, but I've been definitely talking it up, letting everybody know. Listen, it's definitely a pro box. It mattered at live this Friday. We got fights on all weekend really,
Yep.
and we don't. I think it's gonna get better and better and better as because when you end off the week, so we get to see Sagawa. I believe we're gonna get prospects like Ben Johnson.
Jordan
Um,
White. Yeah.
Jordan White, short dog is back. I believe Jordan Roach is gonna be on this card.
He's always on. Yeah.
So then on Saturday we also get Starlin Castillo.
I was about to say who y'all got in Flores Castillo.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right. So we got a few days. We got a few days. In that fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm leaning towards Castillo, but I want to watch Flores a little bit more.
Yeah. Flores is all right. Castillo, he's like a whip. He's one of the ones I call a whip. Like thin, but you could tell he packed power on the end of his shot. I got Castillo for sure. I got
Yeah,
Star.
Castillo just can win fights.
That too. He knows how to
Yeah,
win fights. But Flores can box.
so that's Friday, Saturday, early during the day with 12 to 5. We're gonna be looking at the Bachram card. We do gotta leave Terhan. She's back.
Yes,
Um,
she about to murk that girl too. Good lord, that girl ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. It is what it
right. Now
When is this Carissa Shields fight popping off?
that's February 22nd.
is.
Yeah, we're gonna be promoting. You already know. We're going on the month of February. That's pretty much the biggest fight coming up in February outside of the Navarrete. I think Navarrete and Nunes is in February, isn't it?
Man, Navarrete, man, I don't know how he keep
Think
winning,
so.
man. That dude, he's trash. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but he just got a
Man,
style that I'm amazed every time this dude wins. He got that type of style. Like, how
I'm
this
amazed he's
guy
still making the weight because
keep winning?
he
I mean,
was
the
at 120,
defense
he
is,
130 now.
yeah,
that's
dude,
the
defense
end
is
of
trash.
February, 28th of February. Yeah, that's that fight. I was
Okay.
pissed off when he got up in the ring and tried to face off with Nunes. I was like, if you don't get your big donut gut self up out of here, I'm sick of
Now,
Navarrete. He got to move up.
the Xander Abbas card is on Tubi.
It's
So,
on Top Rank Classics. I wish y'all stopped doing Tubi.
well, Top Rank Classes is on Tubi, right?
No, it's its own channel.
Oh, okay. So it's on Top Rank Classes. Got you. Now, and I do have that like channel, like it comes up. It is his own channel
It's
because on my
free.
TV, since
Yeah, like Tubi.
so I definitely just click right on it and it comes on. So I'm with you 1,000% shower. You're right. I didn't know Tubi was a dig, but I'm just,
I don't know that it is. I just be tripping.
I'm not a troll, so I really don't be, but I understand now. But anything is free is like a troll, right? But then these guys, if you pay $1,000 for it,
Not
what does
really.
that mean?
We deserve free.
You a
The
jerk?
money we be paying for this stuff.
Uh, so all right, so we got Xander Abbas card. We get to see Rohan Polanco. and some other prospects on that. After that, we're going into the Teofimo Shakur card on Saturday. Now we haven't the one fight we haven't talked about, right? Austin Ammo Williams
And
versus El
the
Bronco,
yeah.
Carlos Adames. Let's talk. Shower. Take it away. What's your thoughts on that matchup? Oh, coach is about to come in. Let's
Nah,
start
go
with
ahead. Go
Shower.
ahead. Ladies first. You can go ahead and speak on.
I keep it short and sweet. Adamas ain't been in there since the Shiraz fight, but I still got Adamas over Ammo. Period. That's
Mm.
it.
What you think, Coach Eddie? You feel like can a young guy can he get with Ammo at all, or what you think? I mean, can he get with
Man,
Carlos, or what you think?
yeah, man. This is a good fight, man. I think this is a tremendous matchup, man. Both guys come to fight. They're even in stature as far as like you don't have a guy that's towering over another guy. The height's pretty much similar, about the same. The body dimensions are similar, about the same. But both guys, possess power. Both guys have shown, more ammo shown to be more vulnerable than Bronco. But yeah, Bronco should be the favorite because he's the champion. But I think Ammo's a live dog in this fight. I don't see him getting destroyed. I think he has a chance to win the fight. Like I said, this weekend is a good matchup, but either matchups are like 50-50, 60-40 type of matchup where a guy there's a path to victory for every guy. So I think Ammo Williams, he's a live dog in this fight. I know he's motivated. I hope he's still with Kevin Cunningham. I think they work good together. I think they're a good fit. So I expect that fight could potentially steal the show because of what those guys are going to bring to the table.
I'm seeing a huge reach.
100%.
5-inch reach difference. Ammo got the reach advantage, 78-73.
Yeah, but he only sometimes he don't use it though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ammo does have a long. He always had long arms.
If he
So a
used
lot of
that
times,
thing
he like
jab,
to fight on the inside. He likes to grind it out at times. And that could have
exactly.
been just because he was fighting Hamza Shiraz. He had to get on the inside. He's fighting a much taller guy.
You ain't never lied about that one for sure. And it didn't. He started out doing well in that fight, and it sure didn't. He didn't stick to it. And Cunningham was in his butt for that, because Cunningham was in his tail for that fight. I don't know.
Yeah, you literally had to box almost a perfect fight to beat Hamza Shiraz, unless you hit him with a shot that's going, this, and you can kind of get him out of there. We've seen him hurt, right? But
Hmm.
Yeah,
if you don't stop that guy, man, he's got that length and that pressure. So I feel like Adames is just overall like a stronger fighter, more physically fit fighter than Ammo. So I think Ammo just has a puncher's chance, respectfully. Go ahead, coach. You
yeah,
about to say something?
I can agree with that. Like I say, Ammo, he's heavily muscled. So it seems like sometimes at time he does tend to gas because he puts a lot of power on when he throws his shots. Most of the time, the most shots he throws, they are heavy shots. He's a heavy muscle guy, top heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, but he comes to fight. There's no quitting. There's no quitting Ammo. I can say that. And he's going
Right.
to show up to win. He's going to show up to fight. Now with Hamza Shiraz, he's poised to take over that WBC. You got Christian Mbele. He got elevated to the full WBC status now at
Hmm.
168. So that's going to shake things up in that perspective in 168-pound division. We're just talking about Shiraz. So that may be turkey out of the sheet. See, Canelo, I don't think Canelo wants
Well,
to
and
go
Billy is the champion now.
at WBC. That's right.
Yeah, because he
I
was
don't,
the
I don't think
interim.
Canelo
Retained
takes
that
that
interim.
fight.
Nice.
He's not taking that type of fight coming off an elbow injury. I think Billy beats Canelo if they come back and fight.
I've thought so for a while. Yeah.
He beats Canelo. Shiraz beats Canelo. Now Shiraz and then Billy, that's a very
Mm-mm.
good style clash right there. Because Shiraz is just freaking tall and rangy guy, And it seemed like at 168 pounds, that suits him well. And I eventually see him moving up to 175 in the near future because he can definitely carry the weight with the height that he has. I mean, dude, 6'4". You know, he could probably wind up being a cruiserweight, to be honest, by the end of his career.
I agree.
Shiraz.
No, I got you, Coach. But who do you expect Canelo to fight in September? He's
Gonna
locked
be a
in for
soft touch.
September.
Shiraz.
I think so.
I've been hearing talks. Yeah, it's been some. I've been watching some of these Hispanic channels, and some dude was like, "Quiet as kept is supposed to be Shiraz." So we gonna see.
Man, they trying to get Canelo knocked. They trying to get him knocked out when he first come back.
Yeah, I can't see him doing a great thing for Shiraz, but hey, if he do,
yeah, more power to him.
Power to him.
Yeah, like I said, they trying to get him knocked out on the comeback. That's not a comeback fight. That's a comeback and get your butt kicked fight. That's what that is.
I agree. But I mean, who else would he fight that'd be a soft touch though?
He'd probably fight somebody like Jaime Munguia, try to get her, do something like that. That's an in-house fight.
It's a rematch.
Kind of sort of in-house fight.
That'd be a rematch.
We'll see. I guess it's whatever Turkey said. Turkey said, I got you for the next 2 fights. So, hey, whoever I line you up against.
Maybe Resendez or he
Resendez is next is going to be elevated to champ. Then I like that, and then with the WBA because he beat Caleb Plant for the interim
exactly
WBA at 168.
Yeah,
he's the full champion. Yeah, so
he's already elevated.
Yeah, he might fight Resendez. Iglesias again is IBF. He ain't going nowhere near that.
Yeah, he don't want none of that smoke. I think Resendez is probably the more obvious, safer route than having to fight these tall punches.
Because he's gonna be negative against Canelo. That's a good fight for Canelo to come back to.
See,
Smart
Pacheco
move.
and Shiraz are about to fight for WBO, right? So then
Pacheco and who?
Shiraz.
Man, but Shiraz
gonna do that fight?
Pacheco over. He getting flipped.
So then
wait a minute. So
WBO,
Pacheco's the champ right now?
No, he's in position.
Empty. Yeah, it's empty.
Okay.
He might be. Let me verify.
They supposed to fight for that belt, and I keep hearing they're gonna put the ring on top of it as well because it is a turkey fight.
Yeah, Pacheco going to sleep
because they were offering WBO and it was another one, WBC. Remember, they were saying Shiraz and Billy for the WBC, or he had the option or the WBO in the ring. And I think he's taking the WBO because that's Turkey offering the ring with it or something.
Yeah, there ain't no doubt in my mind Pacheco going to sleep if he fight Shiraz.
Which is sad because Diego has the ability to be great.
Diego need to pivot and fight in Billy. Diego is number 6 in the WBA. Excuse me, my bad. Number 6 in the WBC. Because think about it, and Billy Alvarez, think about it. Okay, unless they gonna do the Lester fight, because Lester's number 3 in the WBC.
He don't want it no more.
So that's what I'm saying. I want to see and Billy Pacheco needs to try to knock in Billy off.
Yeah.
I don't know about that Shiraz fight. Now, if they're gonna pay him more money to fight Shiraz, I understand, but
Billy gonna beat the brakes off Pacheco.
Exactly. And Billy's a tough out for anybody. And then you said, who did you say should fight in Billy instead?
Pacheco.
Nah, man, because that'll look just like Kevin Lele Saggio all over again, except for more pressure. More pressure. Y'all remember Christian and Billy fighting Gongora?
Oh yeah, but he's a tough out. He's a tough out, and people thought I was crazy. I said, man, Billy beats Terence Crawford if they would lace up at 168. Styles is all wrong. Some styles is all wrong. His style is all wrong for somebody like that. His style is wrong for a lot of people.
Pacheco
if you're not in shape, you're gonna get cooked.
If Pacheco would believe in himself, that dude could really be nice, but I think he's just really not sure of himself. It's like some of the mistakes he makes after he finishes like a string of combos. He's real slow to get his hands back. He just, I think, and he got power. He got a crazy range, right? When he gets on his jab, he does a good job, but I don't think he taps into his abilities really well. And I think he
All
could
right,
be
so
good.
who's the best? Who's the best at 168? Or who's the number one contender at 168? Who do y'all feel like, if there's not somebody set apart, who do y'all feel like is the number one guy or the number one contender? Iglesias and Billy,
I know who I think it is. I'm
Shiraz.
waiting
Who's
to
the
hear
guy?
y'all. I know who I
That
got.
that right there is a great variety of fighters. I think Iglesias is a southpaw, right? If I'm not mistaken, is he a southpaw?
I'm not sure. Let me see
I
something.
believe he is.
I think he's the
Let
power
me
puncher southpaw. Shiraz is this tall, rangy guy. I mean, Billy is this pressure fighter.
He's a
So you
South.
got three different styles right there. A guy who's relentless, tremendous shape, throws a lot of punches, a lot of good pressure. Shiraz is a power puncher, long, rangy guy, good reach on him. And Iglesias is also a power punching Cuban. So I mean, it's like pick your poison. 168 division actually has gotten a lot stronger since Canelo was out of it, to be honest.
It's Shiraz for me.
Canelo was thinking up the division for the long time. That's the best thing that could have happened to him losing those belts. Thank you to Bud Crawford for taking those belts off Canelo's waist and putting them back out there in the mix so these guys can get
Real.
active. Because Canelo was thinking the joint up. I had enough of that dude.
I got Shiraz as the top dog. Although I love me some Lester Martinez. He needs a little bit of polish, but the reason why I got Hamza because when it comes to his height and length, he got the power, but he's versatile. Where Iglesias will throw like a 3-string combo over and over, he neglects the body. Shiraz tries to hit all them bases, and he seems to be getting better. So I got Shiraz as a top dog for sure. And Billy's still a tough out, but I got Shiraz.
Yeah, man, Billy just
Yeah.
remind me just that Joe. He bring that Joe Frazier type of pressure, and it's refreshing. It's a different style that we don't see all the time. It's cool. A lot of times we seeing guys on the back foot, which it's nothing wrong with that, but it's good to mix it up. Everybody at one point in time, everybody was trying to fight like Floyd. That got boring right there.
They're
It's
gonna end up
good
doing
that
it Billy versus Munguia.
oh man, Billy gonna beat the brakes off him. He gonna do him bad, man. Yeah, I mean Billy gonna do him bad. I don't think that fight goes past the 8th round.
Yeah, I'm over Munguia.
Mm.
He can box, but you know.
Okay, so this is gonna be interesting, man. We got to have some news. We got to get some more good news. Um, After the TO, it would have been nice to get a fight announcement or something this week for a future fight date. Um, I'm guessing February is pretty much already taken care of, but we got to cover March and April, right?
I have to think
So
I
Yeah,
is
maybe
so
maybe
we
we can
need
get Lamont Roach.
Lamar Roach, right? Lamar Roach versus Floyd or something like that.
Yeah, Lamont Roach. I thought he supposed to be fighting somebody like Gary Antoine. I thought
My
we
bad,
both
Bella.
both
Versus
right
Kid
there.
Austin. That sounded crazy.
I could have swore Floyd said no Roach. He wants body for sure.
Well, that's the fight he should get then. Lucas Body's a tough fighter. I want to see that fight.
That's the fight I've been wanting, but when Roach got thrown into the mix, I was like, if you watch body style compared to Floyd, body's really simple. Floyd actually got some good defense and movement where body don't, and they both got pop, but I think Roach would be the better fight. Way better for us.
Plus, right. Because somebody gonna get stopped in that body Floyd.
Facts.
That's not even a question.
Body got good timing though, clearly, as we seen with H2O, right? Which is
I thought Ryan was February 21st. Am I wrong about that? Who's February 21st?
I think that is Ryan and Barrios.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
but that's
right.
in February, Carrie. So yeah,
I mean,
that's what
that
I'm
could be
saying.
a
We need to
fight for
cover.
Devin.
That's what I'm saying, Coach. Who is looking scarce right now? Who you think going to step up to the Haney plate?
Man, bruh. I mean, yeah, I hate for Devin to be out the ring that long, but it seems like they waiting on the win out of that fight, man. What it seemed like to me. So maybe if everything goes how most people wanted to go, which is Ryan winning the fight, if he can come out unscathed, maybe they can get that fight on in the summertime.
Right.
2 or 3 months off, in the summertime where he definitely won't be off for too long. But like I said before, I'm not a fan of just making fights just because that's what the fan want to see. I always feel like, hey, to make the best man win. If Barrios is able to win the fight and pull it off against Ryan Garcia, then hey, let's get Marios versus Devin. It may not be the more lucrative fight, but that's the fight. If you want a belt, he's the champion. That's what you got to go after. Now, if you just want to go for the money, then you can just say, hey, screw the belt. We just do a grudge match, and I'll fight Ryan regardless whether he wins or loses, no matter how he looks. But if he goes out and looks very bad against Barrios, or Barrios goes out there and just clearly dominates him, that's going to take some shine off, the Devin Haney fight. Because now you fighting the guy coming off back-to-back losses. So yeah, you
That fight
should
is
definitely,
done. That fight is
definitely be
done
the
if he
favorite.
loses to Barrios, man.
I
Yeah, oh
mean,
yeah,
would
yeah.
it have already been done? Ain't he lost twice already now? And now they throwing the belt at this dude again. Like, y'all, for me, that fight is forever viable until Devin get his leg back. Ever viable. Till Devin
I
get his
mean,
leg
yeah,
back.
but at that point, I mean, yeah, that's the all right. Forget
I
But
it.
yeah,
want him to beat
it'll
the
be
snot
somewhat
out of him.
diminished. It'll
But
be
I would
somewhat
rather see.
diminished though.
I would rather see him fight Rolly or Barrios, though. I would rather Devin fight one of them.
I want
I
to see him
want
fight
Devin
whoever
to
got the
fight
belt.
Jack Catterall,
Yeah,
who's
it's
sitting
like who
right
got the
there.
belt? Like Ryan got to win this fight.
See, y'all
Yeah,
trying to get him immediately back into another title. Jack Catterall's right there calling you out. Like, Devin can stay busy. I don't think he should have to wait
Mhm.
around to summer. You can still
I
be
think it's
busy.
called the turkey out of the sheep. Got the purse strings though. He holding the money bag.
Yeah, I
So
get that, and I don't think Jack is with Eddie no more. I'm not sure, but if somebody's willing to pay for that fight with him and Jack, I'm telling you, with him and Tiger, I still
And
would.
that's what look at Carrier saying. Ryan never done. He a superstar beyond boxing. Exactly.
Yep.
So him and Oscar can go and do Sean O'Malley and fight some YouTubers and stuff like that. When
Ain't
we talk
Ryan's
about
contract up next
big
month?
time championship boxing, where you gonna compete on a clean and even playing field, I mean the Devin Haney fight it don't make sense if you can't beat Barrios. You done
Yep.
lost to Rolly and then you done lost to Barrios, and um y'all was a fool to believe he didn't cheat respectfully, and I don't even like to say that word, but um it was outlandish to think he wasn't or he didn't have an advantage in the first fight against Devin.
but
I
you know
think
what?
So
his contract is up next month with Oscar. And you know they be fighting like cats and dogs. I don't know if he's going back with Golden Boy.
Yeah, I think that
but what y'all
Ryan.
saying, Ryan can do whatever he want to do. I don't think he
That's
should
facts.
be. Yeah, he could do. So that's the point. He could fight Devin if he wants to fight Devin. He don't have to fight Devin. He can fight Conor Ben. Um, based on what y'all saying is that the belts don't matter for him.
I don't think Ryan going nowhere near Conor Ben. I think Conor. I think he's
Conor
trying to
Ben is
fit.
#1 for the WBC.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan wants that fight though. I think Ryan showed me, like I said, he's shown me already that he'll quit twice. He showed me that already. To Conor Ben, that's a tough out for Ryan. They say Ryan, he's got the speed, he's got a left hook. That's pretty much about it. He's almost a one-trick pony. In my opinion, it's a very good trick that he has, though. Don't get me wrong, very good trick. But he's a limited fighter. He don't have a lot of wrinkles outside of his athleticism. But I'm gonna say his speed. He's not real athletic, but he has speed and he has power. And I guess he has somewhat of an IQ because he does set things up. But with him and Devin, it could be a point where we have to see the fight. We do have to see the fight because even though, let's say Ryan Garcia does go out there and lose to Barrios, it could be a point that maybe just Ryan just may have Devin's number or something like that. Or no matter how many times they fight, it's always going to be competitive because they're just too familiar with each other. They've been in the ring with each other too many times. They know each other too well. And there's never really going to be anybody out of them two that's going to clearly pull away from that fight. And unfortunately, I wish the first fight was just a clean fight, regardless of who won the fight, whether Ryan won the fight or whether Devin won the fight. That put a whole cloud over that, because then we wouldn't have no controversy then. We could have just said, hey, Devin was the better man or Ryan was the better man. And either they could have rematched later down the road or they could have moved on from each other. But that put a whole stinker on it right there. You know, the testing positive for the PEDs, you know, the drug cheating scandal, all that stuff. It stunk that fight up. And then the losses. He goes there and lose to Barrios. It puts Devin in a precarious situation. But what if he goes out there and struggles against Ryan or loses to Ryan, God forbid? Then they're gonna be like, Ryan got your number, man. Yeah, he may lose all these other guys, but Devin Haney, you can't beat him. It could be like Ali and Ken Norton. Ken Norton had Ali's number.
Joe did.
He just had his number. Some guy just got your number. Ricardo Mayorga, he had Vernon Forrest's number.
Of course, yeah.
That's how it is sometimes. There's something about that guy that you just can't get past. And that's another question mark. That's going to be another question mark if Devin and Ryan, and it's a valuable question mark, regardless of what happened in the first fight. Does Ryan Garcia have your number, Devin?
Look, I got my theories. I'm with you on that, Coach. And to be honest, Ryan, aside from whatever was in his system, he looked clammy that night. He looked lethargic. Like that energy level was not there. If it had it been, would it still have looked similar to how it did? And he wasn't like I'm curious, and I do want Devin to get his lick back, win, lose or draw. I want him to get that opportunity, and Mickey Bay may be the difference as long as he keep him in that corner of how he operates. I mean, we just have to see it. I personally will see it. I know a lot of people don't want it back, but I want him to get that shot.
Yeah, but it would be a much better fight if Ryan's able to gain that WBC belt, because now you can unify. Both guys are champions now.
Level for sure. Because if he
that would be the best scenario right there. We got two champions. This is a grudge match. It's a unification match, and that's a much bigger fight if Ryan Garcia goes there and handles business. If he don't go handle business, that fight loses a lot. It's diminished. Yeah, will I watch it? Yes. Will people still watch it? Yes, but it's much more diminished fight than it would be if both guys are champion.
Man, I'm with you, Coach. 1,000% on that. I think it's a good fight. Who do y'all have? Coach? Who you taking to win that Barrios versus Garcia fight?
Man, I think Barrios gonna beat Ryan, man. I think Mario beats him, man. I don't think a whole lot about Ryan, man. Ryan definitely got a puncher's chance. I think Ryan's got a puncher's chance in that fight. And he does have that's a great chance because he has a freaking lightning left hook, but everybody knows like the hook is out, man. Like, look, as long as you can get past Ryan Garcia left hook, you're good. If you don't get past it, you're not good. Yeah, and that's pretty much all it is to it. For Ryan Garcia, you get past you survive the left hook, you're good. If you don't survive it, you're not good. That's all he has to do. He has to just nullify that left hook. That's it. He's not Ryan Garcia is not a big jabber. He don't work behind the stick. He don't set shots up. He's not particularly defensively wizard. He's not a defensively sound wizard. I mean, we've seen this dude turn around and do the booty roll, not the shoulder roll. This dude turned around and stuck his butt out and he like completely turned his back. So we seen some crazy stuff out of this dude. So yeah, Mario Barr, I think he beats Ryan Garcia. I know a lot of people don't want that because it's gonna mess the money up. It's gonna mess up the grudge match to a certain extent. But Mario, he's shown to be the more solid fighter. He got a much better resume. He fought the better opposition. I think Barrios get the job done.
Shawala, you still in here with me?
Yeah, I just muted because my daughter had the water running. I got Barrios. Barrios definitely is a better boxer. Definitely has the better resume and experience. I've never been a fan of Ryan's style. I think when he got with Derek James, he refined that a little bit, but otherwise it's always been trash. The left hook is the equalizer for him. I will say though, on top of that, he was getting the write off like in the fight with Devin, so he added a little bit to the arsenal again, likely a la Derek James. If Barrios can get out of the way to left, this is a big thing, and avoid the right, then sure. But Barrios gets hit. We know that Barrios has been getting he be coming out of fights toe up. So I got Barrios though. He's absolutely the better boxer without question. And I don't care if he just ain't got I don't think he got the pop to get Ryan up out of there like I would love, but yeah, it is what it is. I got Mario. Who you got, B3? That's the question. B3 done took out. It was a choppy right. Yeah, but he started getting a little bit better with it as he started zoning in, and that's how Devin's left side of his face ended up being swollen like it was because he was getting that off. Where Devin adjusted and was getting, he started dipping under the left, then Ryan would come down with the right. So, yeah, I agree. Tall with short arms. Who you got, B3? I'm done.
My bad, Shawa. Can you hear me?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm taking Ryan to beat Barrios. Yeah, Ryan is I think he's just gonna be able to land when he wants to on Barrios. I think Barrios gonna take too many clean shots. Ryan's gonna end up knocking Barrios out. But with that being said, I think it should be a decent fight. But it's gonna be a fight. And I just feel like you saying, Barrios is not a big puncher. He's a strong fighter. He's a durable man. A good boxer. Uh, but I feel like if Ryan can time him on one of them right hands or crack him with that left hook, it's gonna be a good night.
To
And
be fair, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and one other and that's just what it is. So I'm gonna leave it there.
I was just gonna say, to be fair, if you could catch Ryan with a left hook, he's been vulnerable by Luke Campbell, and we saw Rolly, and he just tapped out of that fight. He just was like done. So if Mario Barrios can get that off and actually hurt him, maybe it'll take that confidence away again. We'll have to see. But he do get hit too clean for me, boy. Woof.
Yeah, like when Abel was just lining them up.
Oh my gosh, I love that fight though. I like Abel though. I like
Abel
Abel
nice.
almost.
Yeah, I like Abel. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man. These guys, they got to be defensively responsible. If you're not, you're gonna get hurt. We'll see. And Mario Barnes is with Joe Goosen. I don't like that.
I know, right? But apparently Goosen and Santos work together and it was supposed to be inevitable. So maybe they're familiar with each other. Maybe Goosen teaches him something. Ryan was pissed off about that. So maybe he does teach him something about Ryan since Ryan's being trained by his father again. So maybe it'll turn out to be all right, actually. It says Billy was elevated.
Yeah, he's full champion at 168 for the WBC now.
Okay, you might have just said that, but
And Armando Resendiz as well.
yeah, okay, that one I said for sure. But
Now the WBO has Canelo ranked number 1. So if he
I
wants
know.
it, so they want him. They want him to fight, but they felt bad.
And look who's
So
number 2.
Shiraz.
It's Pacheco now. I thought
Oh, they
she.
put Pacheco number 2.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, boy. I can
But you
see
know
him
Eddie
doing
Hearn. You
Yeah,
know that's
yeah,
Eddie
Pacheco,
Hearn.
he going to sleep.
it.
That's the one fight you gonna pick Canelo in, huh?
I don't know what I do.
Come on, coach. Pacheco can box.
Nah, but Pacheco, he don't have nothing for nobody at 168, man. It's a wrap for him, buddy. Yeah, pack that
Mm.
dude up, man.
He might be overworking. He may need a vacation, coach. Come on now.
Who, Pacheco? He
Yeah,
just changed the. Apparently, he left Matchroom too. He's with Sheer Sports.
he probably about to go to Zoo for boxing then. I ain't know he left matching.
Yeah, this is what I'm seeing just today, this morning. And I don't know who the heck is with Sheer Sports. I don't even know who the heck that is. They saying it like there's somebody, I guess, who's supposed to know. Jaleel Hackett's on that card Sunday.
On this Sunday,
Versus Roberto Cruz.
nice. Man, shout out to Zoo for boxing. Jaleel Hackett this Sunday, or that's good.
Yeah, on Venezuela Torres card.
Perfect.
Which that should have been the first card, but I ain't gonna be picking.
Well, they elevate him because we ready for Brandon Adams already. I didn't even know that was Zufa. So when anytime we got Brandon Adams, that's what I'm saying. They picking up a lot of the guys that we want to make sure we see, like Butaya. We haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah. Chug and Billy. Jeez Louise. Brandon. I didn't want to see Brandon go over there, but again, these guys are gonna be able to fight on both sides. So as of now. So I'm not so against it. I hope he leaves it like that. Let them fight on both sides of the fence.
Yeah, but that's from I didn't think Brandon Adams was gonna get the Virgil fight. So I'm just like, what else was he gonna do really? Outside of try to fight Fondora, and I don't think he's gonna get that fight. Fondora won a big money fight right now.
Let's see who else is at 54 though, where Brandon could have kind of worked himself up because I don't know what his rankings are. But I still just think he may be jumping the gun. Like, oh, he's right under Bakari Samaki, WBC. He whooped the dog snot out of Samaki. I am not a fan of Samaki. That would put him right up under Virgil.
They're gonna elevate him if he can get over Kamian Agarku
Oh yeah.
from Ireland.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's number 2 in WBO under Josh.
who Brandon?
Yeah, number 5 in the IBF. Right under Callum Walsh, who they still struggling to make that fight. No, Callum Walsh is not. I'm thinking of Callum Smith. That's a whole nother weight division. I don't know. I mean, again, according to Dana, they're going to be able to fight on both sides. So maybe it'll still come out okay. Because surely with Billy getting put on Zuffa and him just getting upgraded, he's going to want to still fight over here, obviously, for titles, I would think.
Right.
I think Dana made a mistake anyway, trying to just come straight out and say there's going to be a separation. These guys got ties to the four belt side, man.
Yeah, I mean Brandon Adams. I think it doesn't really. It's really about the fights. That's what they. Hopefully, they just gonna prove that right
Who's Zufa?
because I think they got a lot of unnecessary critique on the first card because
Mm,
no casuals know about it already. Right, that's the concept, right? But because it's like it's new to boxing or maybe UFC people's watching it, right? What was the complaint from hardcores if you get a Troy Nash, a prospect y'all probably never freaking seen, right? Then you
right.
got then you get Robert Merriweather the
Never.
third, uh, a budding prospect in the game that we haven't seen in a while,
Hmm.
right? It's a couple fights that I didn't even get a chance to watch, but we also got Misael, the Robert Garcia fighter, Mexican Olympian,
Hmm.
and
The one I wanted, Trinidad and Ornelas. I like that one. I wanted
yeah,
to see it
Omar
like a week.
Trinidad, right? They
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Boxing people, people gonna have their own opinions about whatever, right? Um,
for sure.
now they coming back the second week. Now that's just the first week. Now we still waiting on certain people to give us dates, give us cards or whatever. Zuffa coming out. Paramount has already put up the money. They're buying good fights for us. When the last time we seen Jose Venezuela?
When he got beat by Antoine,
Right. So they're bringing Jose Venezuela back. They also bringing Butaya back. When the last time we seen Butaya?
last time I could think of was Stanionis, but he probably fought after that.
Right. So they doing good work. And we're gonna get a Brandon Adams event. So
Yeah,
and
this
Jaleel
second
Hackett.
card, I like it better. I just, and you know what? Okay, so yeah, I did complain. I had complaints for sure. As a, I'm not gonna say I'm a casual or a hardcore. I just like boxing. It is what it is. But like again, the fights were good, decent. The main bout that was not main bout worthy. You maybe should have switched these cards, but I will give credit to Dana. He's putting this stuff on it's looking like it's gonna be week to week. That's something compared to some of these guys over here like PBC. We can't, like you said, we can't even get a projection of what the heck they're gonna do. And then when they do give you one, they'll something happened and they push it back like
Well,
two,
the
three
fight
months.
fell out. The Rolly and Pac-Man fight.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They'll put a fight out there and then they'll end up pushing it back 2 or 3 months and then we don't ever get it. So I'll give Dana credit for that. You know, week to week, and it looks like we're gonna get fights.
I
Get
think
rid of Max
Pacquiao gonna
Kellerman
do
though, please. That's my only
it.
true
Shower, if you were Turkey, would you put up the money for a Pac-Man fight, or would you not?
nope,
Would you say no?
nope,
Mm,
absolutely not. But I already told you where I stand on Pac Man. He needs to go on.
what's going on, Vay? Mm.
Would you?
Um, yes,
Because of his name.
1000%.
But then you
And
gotta
and listen,
consider
and
Turkey
listen.
ain't
All
getting
I'm
no
gonna say is
money back.
this: somebody else gonna do it. The man already said he wanted to fight. If you want to fight, you gonna fight somebody. Why not fight for me?
Mm, I don't know. Again, if he's getting money back, right? If it's a card that people would have to pay for, but see, I'm a type of individual.
We
I'd probably
already
do the
locked into
lesser.
12 pay-per-views.
I'm not. I told you I'm
Well,
not.
not
I ain't
everybody.
do that.
Well, a
Because
lot of
they
people.
already got this old funky thing of trying to get out of paying, get out of.
Well, what I mean is this. My apologies. The zone is locked in for 12 pay-per-views because that's what they told us they were going to do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So that's what they told the paying public.
And you guys are up to what, 4, 5?
Let me count them. So we have the Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben. That was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney, Norman
Mm-hmm.
Jr., Benavidez Yard was the second. In
Mm-hmm.
a way, the
Not in Samurai.
Night of the Samurai was the third. And then the
Mm,
Shakur T.O. is
that's
going to be
the
the fourth.
4.
And then they're going to have the Ryan Barrios to be the fifth.
Wasn't something else just last week or the week before last pay-per-view? No?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay, because that's top ranked. That was free. Oh, so I don't know. I don't
Blue
know.
Hustle, what's up, bro?
They blew.
How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing in the chat? And how's everybody just listening doing? What's up with your B3? Kind
Yeah, listen, Blue, thankful. Um, my birthday coming up on Thursday. I'm grateful to see another year, and we just building, man.
What you got planned?
3,200 on TikTok. We growing.
What you
Now,
got planned?
let me say this, right?
Can you hear me?
What TL you expecting, Blue?
Yeah, I hear you, Blue.
I can't
Yeah,
hear
he
Blue.
can't hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. I mean, everybody else is me.
You heard his question,
Um,
all right?
yeah, I did. Um, uh, I don't know. Oh well, I expect a TO that understands that he don't want to take a loss. That's the TO's gonna show up. So hey, he's unpredictable. So I'm just gonna go say the TO. I believe he's gonna be prepared. You know, to the best of his abilities, just like Shakur is gonna be prepared to the best of his abilities. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say because I don't know what to say really when it comes down to that. What you think, Shower?
Oh, I think I already answered. Oh, well, you weren't in here. Yeah, man, he gonna show up. He gonna show
Yeah.
up. He don't want to lose. I don't know. The more I think about the fight, I said it could be a boring fight. I think it's real. I think it's gonna actually be more action packed than I initially kind of thought. But I don't know. It just depends. If they both want to come play counter to each other, it's gonna look like Edwin De Los Santos. It's gonna be weird. If they both come up and decide to throw them hands, which I'm hoping for, because Shakur said he ain't gonna do the defensive stuff no more, right? So we get Shakur back, sit in the pocket, make you miss, make you pay, and maybe even make Tio look goofy, kind of like Sandor did. Get out the way when you reaching. Like
Yeah.
I'm excited. I still think Jermaine and Keyshawn's gonna be the fight of the night, but either way, I'm excited for all this stuff. I can't count.
You think Keyshawn, huh?
Yeah, I got Keyshawn, but Jermaine can definitely pull it off still too.
Yep. Yep. He can. He can. Yes, he can. Um, I think that I think the Shakur fight might be the fight of the night, though. I think it has the potential. I think both fights have the potential to be fight of the night.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to give you opposition, though, Kevin.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Blue. Can you hear me?
Yeah. That's why I
My
said what I
bad.
said because I heard you back. Uh,
I know what Mike is, but I also know what Brian is. We can't diminish Brian. But my bad, Blue. Let me ask you this, right? Let me pivot. Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz.
Mhm.
Who you got winning that
Yeah.
fight?
I got Keyshawn winning, but Jermaine can win it because he got more experience. And I just I got Keyshawn winning, but I just hope that, mentally Keyshawn is, I believe he's all there. So that's all I'm worried about, his mental status. Only thing I can say is, only reason why I can say is because, I just wish, like I said before, I wish he wouldn't have, he could have talked stuff, about Andy Cruz losing, but I feel like it's just the timing. Just wait until after your fight. That's all I was gonna say. But he chose to do it right then, so I'm not gonna knock it. He did what he wanted to do. Can't knock it. So that's all I say. I just want him to be mentally prepared and go in there do what he do. Because he's training like he don't want to lose too, and this is what I'm trying to say. Is he's got the experience over Keyshawn, in my personal opinion. So just I think it'll be
Man,
a
them
good
brothers.
fight though.
Keyshawn did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Hey,
Capitalize on the moment. He out in public. They done brought him out to the fight, and Andy Cruz didn't get the job done. He
yeah,
came out
yeah.
and said he was gonna fight Andy Cruz if Andy Cruz won the title.
Nah, he said he has to knock him out.
Oh well.
And
And here's the thing, he's going up to 47. So how he look doubling back to 35 where he was struck like, nah, man, that was cap.
well, well,
That was,
that what he was saying is he'll stay down. Yeah, I mean you are right, but
yeah,
he was
that's
staying
cap.
down. Yeah, he said he was gonna stay down and go fight him, but he just wanted to make sure.
He how many pounds did he come over? 4 or something against Edwin. That
Yeah,
boy can't make that.
exactly.
When he fought Baranchek, he said at the time he was having a hard time and he was gonna move up to 40. So you ain't going back. And then y'all saw how little Cruz was in comparison to freaking Murray. He ain't going back. Keyshawn be full of it. I mean, and I don't have nothing against Keyshawn. I don't really totally care about him clowning, although I think it's ironic that you doing that, but that means you don't have to fight the same dude who's been whooping your tail in the amateurs. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I think he does clown stuff. I'll just say that. He be a clown
Yeah,
sometimes. Sometimes you
I'm a
need to
gotta.
put your little butt
I
down.
gotta give you the truth on it though, because that's the home. That's the home front, and I love Keyshawn. Shout out to DB3. But now that it's all done, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna lay it out for y'all like this, right? Keyshawn ended up on the Turkey card, co-main event, directly with the zone, directly with Turkey, right? A ring card. Coming from having a belt under Top Rank. So it's funny and it's ironic how everything kind of played out. Now, whether you say he was gonna fight Andy, fight De Los Santos or not, right?
Mm.
He didn't. The belt is what he didn't want attached to him. He was gonna get paid, fight De Los Santos, and keep it moving. No belt on him. So that's what I'm saying, and you gotta look at it like that. It was business. It wasn't personal. Um,
No, I
and
don't.
that's what you get when you got like certain managers. We've seen people pull out a hold on shot. We've seen people hand injuries, all type of stuff come up, right? But Keyshawn in a good position. He has options now. Before he was strapped to that title.
yeah.
So just like with Ryan, I mean, the WBA would have had a mandatory with Giasaw. Mm.
You mean Rowley?
I'm just saying, if he would have won that title, he'd have been strapped to that mandatory like Rolly.
What's it?
Yeah.
What?
So that's what I'm saying. These belts, they come with attachments. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but they know that going in, so that's
Yeah.
not gonna do it for me. And did you just excuse this man missing weight? Did you just do that? Why is that a thing now? Why is that okay with us now? It was never okay before. Now people are out here cheering dudes coming in fucking 8 pounds. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Well, it's
well,
over now.
it's not okay.
It's
It's
all
not
it's in the
okay.
past now.
No, B3, don't do that.
I'm just saying, I'm just explaining what took place. I mean,
yeah,
everybody on our perspective from the sport of boxing, we don't want him to miss weight and mess up the event. But from a business perspective, you know what I'm saying? He might have calculated something that we didn't calculate.
no, he just was not giving a crap about being on point, like, and being professional. I think, but you're right. It's water under the bridge. Going forward, Keyshawn got that star potential, so I really don't think he's ever gonna have no hard time. He got to really, I mean, what can he do at this point to mess that up? Keyshawn gonna get fights, but I'm never gonna be okay with signing off on dudes being unprofessional. And at his age, I don't care what his upbringing was and his status in this game. He need to grow the hell up. Period. Like, knock it off. He's goofy. And I like Keyshawn as a fighter, but he's a goofy. I don't respect a lot of stuff he does. But, that's neither here nor there either, right? So, but I like him as a fighter. I just want to see him grow as a man and a
Well, one thing
professional.
I would say, one thing I would say, is that I believe that Keyshawn would have beat him, Andy Cruz from what I've seen. But styles do make fights. But just in my personal opinion, I believe from what I've seen, I believe that Keyshawn, because I believe Keyshawn could beat Mortal, and I believe Keyshawn can, from what I've seen, could beat Andy Cruz too. So,
Right, pro style. Yeah.
hmm that's my personal opinion. So,
You know what I think?
Word.
Andy's making a mistake trying to mesh them styles, trying to be American and Cuban. I think he should just commit to what he is, for real, for real.
he should have went with a trainer that was more of a boxing trainer. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Outside boxer
He
trainer
said, dude, he said
versus one.
Keyshawn can go 100-0 and not get credit if he don't beat Andy. And Ryan can lose 3 or 4 times and Devin still gotta fight him to get his lick back before he can, and he just can't move on. It's like some guys, man, they just, listen, they gotta work twice as hard for half as much.
Man, I still want to
That's
see
just how
that
it's set
fight
up.
though. I still want to see him show off though, Keyshawn and Andy. Still want to see that
Yeah,
fight.
I
that's a good
do.
Most
fight.
definitely.
But I
That's still a good
mean,
fight.
we're gonna have to wait for Andy to come to grow up a little bit, or even though he the pops. Pops gotta come up.
Hey,
But they talking about trying to send him down to 130. I'm like,
I
can he
don't
make
think so.
130?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't like that. I
oh,
think
they want
Andy.
Andy to go down to 130 now.
Some of the fans have been saying he looked a little small at
Yeah, I've heard
135.
that. I've heard that talking point. I don't
Oh,
agree.
okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't agree. I mean, just like Coach Eddie said earlier, you talking about Murray who got a wide shoulder. You know what I mean? His back is wide. That's just the build. They both made around the same. Everybody's body different. Andy ain't supposed to look like some hulking dude. He is who he is. He got good muscle on him. He ain't got to go down to no 130. If he want to and he can make it, maybe he'll have some success down there. Although I
Right.
still say Scooter over Andy.
Come on now.
Hey, I'm on that Mr. Sharks though.
Nah, yeah,
I like
Scooty
Andy
Davis is
though.
the
I
guy.
mean, maybe a new coach would do him something. I think he should stick with the Cuban style though.
It's gonna be nice when we see his name in the top 15 and when he go. I mean,
He ain't gonna
hopefully
fall far. He belong at the top for sure. Still.
the way he been stepping. No, I'm talking about Scooter. The
Oh,
way he been stepping on things, stepping on these guys.
yeah, he about to come up quick. What do y'all think about people saying that Andy, like acting like he kind of didn't belong, even with 6 fights, and we talked about that before, and I said that's
That's
the
a
reason why I think he
stretch.
would lose, but he still belong. I think he proved he belongs there that night. Like,
whoever's saying that, they're overstating it, right?
You're a hater.
Because they just and underestimate what he did in there. And he won a lot of rounds in there. He was doing some nice slick work. He was switching from southpaw to orthodox at times. He just didn't land. He just didn't have any power. He just didn't have anything to deter Mortaia, and he didn't let his hands go enough. If he would have let his hands go a little bit more, he would have won that fight, especially in 11 and 12. He had a chance to win the fight. Um, so I didn't see it that way. I saw it a much closer fight. I just feel like he didn't land anything significant to hurt Mortaia, uh, to switch that momentum, and that's why he lost.
Definitely, I agree with that. I think I told you I scored it 7-5, but two of them were swing rounds. So that
Right.
definitely could have put Andy one over, or it would have gave it a draw, depending on who I gave those swings to. But
Mhm.
for me, at the end, that pressure, and then it's in Vegas. They look at that pressure that he's kept on him, even though he was
Right.
missing. You know, I don't know. Andy, he still belonged there though. He belonged at the top. 7 fights,
Mm,
7. Yeah,
but then I really want to see him versus somebody like Abdullah Mason now. So now we can really see,
yeah, that's a big
what it
one.
is, what it ain't.
That's a big one.
But
I'd
I
rather
don't know. We're
see
gonna see how
Vegas.
these fights. Hold on, I got to see who is gonna fight Abdullah next. Like these dudes is tripping.
Joe
They
Cordina should. He right there.
okay, okay.
He
No
should
sorry. I keep forgetting about Cordina.
whoop his tail. Cordina done arguably lost twice, but he's there. Why not beat up on him?
Mm,
Or Raymond Mortai. I'd rather see him and Abdullah versus Andy. I don't. I want to see Andy ultimately, but I want to see him and Ray in that unification. See how that work out. Because you know what? Okay, even though Raymond looked, I still feel like he just plateaued at a certain point. Yeah, he was putting on a lot of pressure. Um, it's just something like, could he have done more? Do y'all think if Andy had stepped it up, do you think Raymond could have actually stepped it up? I don't know. I think he plateaued again.
mm.
I just think he got a ceiling.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like he's very tough. So it's gonna be hard for a lot of these guys to beat Raymond. I mean,
That pressure, because I think it mentally even took Andy,
right.
towards the end.
1000%. So, but listen, we got a good week of boxing coming up. We're gonna say something for Wednesday. We got Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'm doing a birthday live on YouTube. We gotta see. Maybe I will. But we'll definitely be back Friday for sure. Unless I'm moving around. So y'all just I'm definitely because Maryland Live is having the fights. The Maryland Live Casino, they're gonna have the Sagawa card. So I may catch that. We'll see. We'll see. But we do got inclement weather. It's supposed to snow again in Virginia, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I move around. But y'all stay tuned. We gonna be back. I appreciate you pulling up today and cooking with me, shower. Blue Hustle Man in the building.
Have a good one,
Um,
brother.
Thanks for giving me a space.
of course, man. Check out Yes Indeed Boxing. Yes Indeed Boxing for sure. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Let's go green.